Hey, Miley, I heard you got a new boyfriend.
Huh? Who'd you hear that from?
Mom told me last night. How could you, keeping secrets from your big sister? I heard he came to the house to say hello to Mom and Dad. Why didn't you give me a heads up? I would have rushed over.
Well, because I didn't want to introduce you to him. I'm embarrassed to introduce you. You have no class, and to be honest, you're rude.
Huh? What do you mean by that, no class? Your sister? The one who graduated from an elite college? That big sister of yours? You have to be kidding me, LOL.
There, that's what I mean. That's what I hate about you.
Mom showed me a photo of this boyfriend of yours. I wouldn't call him handsome, LOL. To be honest, run-of-the-mill kind of guy. I see guys like that all the time. And his clothes, not brand-made stuff. Pretty drab, LOL.
I would prefer you say clean and polished. Brad is not like that. He hates that showy and tasteless fashion sense. It's always about brands, like some people I know.
Boy, you've always been the black sheep of the family. Mediocre at school. Face? Nothing to write home about. Couldn't you at least have found a better guy? Take a look at me and my boyfriend. You can learn a thing or two about good looking. Where else can you find such a well-educated, good-looking couple like us, LOL?
Yeah, I heard this all before.
Well, let's just forget about looks or how he dresses. Where'd your boyfriend go to school, by the way? Which university did he graduate from?
Why do I have to even tell you that? Besides, it's none of your business.
It's got everything to do with me. You know, I'm getting married in 6 months. And if you end up marrying this guy, well, then we're all relatives. I don't want to be embarrassed when I introduce my relatives to people. Oh my God, don't tell me you went to the community college in town. I know you're not too bright, but you wouldn't go out with a guy from that place.
Is educational background so important? If you have to know, he went as far as high school. He decided not to go on to college.
Huh? High school? You mean to tell me he only finished high school? Not higher education? You mean like really high school?
Yep, that's right.
You're kidding me, right? Tell me you're joking. He's a high school graduate, that's it?
Yes, that's right.
Huh? No way! I thought everyone went on to college these days, even if it's a community college.
He decided not to go on to college, so what?
This is unbelievable. Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but a boyfriend that's only a high school grad? This is too much, LOL. Wait, are you seriously going out with this loser? You're just dating, having a little fun, right? Do you really plan to marry a mere high school grad?
Yeah, I'm serious about him. I like him a lot. I'm planning on marrying him, and he feels the same way. That's why I came to meet Mom and Dad.
Holy crap, you're serious. Good grief. What are you going to do? I mean, please. A high school grad, really?
And I keep saying, so what? I don't care about his educational background. I fell in love with him. What can I say? He's nice and he's courteous, and he's a damn hard worker. I couldn't ask for more. I fell in love with who he is, not his education.
Oh my God, you guys are still in high school. Fitting, LOL. You sound like a teenager. Just a couple of teenagers. You guys are made for each other.
Think what you like. I can't believe you're actually my sister.
Hey, so he only finished high school. What kind of work does a high schooler do? I mean, there is no way he can work at a major corporation. The only job I can think of him doing is some blue-collar stuff. Perhaps a bit of trash collecting, LOL. You know me. I went to a really elite college, so I'm not sure what such people do, LOL.
You're really being rude. He's in the food business. But Brad does not really want me to say much about his job.
Okay, a high school grad, working in the food industry. I know. He's a dishwasher, right? Yeah, I wouldn't want anybody knowing either. I would be totally embarrassed.
You got it all wrong.
Hey, you know, about my wedding. I said you could bring a date, but please not this kid. I don't want him anywhere near our wedding.
Huh? What do you mean?
It means I don't want some uneducated dishwasher coming to my wedding. That's all. I can't very well tell my friends that this guy's my little sister's boyfriend, or worse, her fiancé. Oh my God, no way. All my guests, as well as my fiancés, are all from top universities, and they currently make considerable salaries. I even had qualms about inviting you. And you want to bring a high school grad who works a dishwasher? It's not happening.
Huh? And he's not a dishwasher.
Do you realize that we booked our wedding reception at that famous ristorante? There's a 3-year wait for that place. Do you even know what a ristorante is? It's a high-class restaurant that has a strict dress code. That's what a ristorante is. And you know what? The pâtissier, the pastry chef for a novice like you. This chef recently won a world-famous event in Paris. We're going to have him bake our wedding cake. Can you believe it? So you see, I don't want some high school grad coming to my wedding and tainting the whole affair. I hope you understand. We just can't allow ourselves to serve such low-status people, if you get my drift, lol.
You never change. I wish you would stop demeaning people like that. How could you say that, low-status people? Are you serious?
Well, it's true, isn't it? I mean, you guys are the ones who would be ashamed if you attended anyway. Besides, low status probably means he doesn't even have the proper clothes to wear. I don't want him coming to the wedding in his old high school sweatshirt, lol. We'd be the laughingstock of the whole town. Low status people will be restricted from attending my wedding. If you don't drop this guy before our wedding, well, I have no choice but to uninvite you to our wedding.
You know, I really didn't want to attend anyway. I don't want to attend a wedding of someone who disintegrates my boyfriend. Anyway, it would be a total waste to buy a wedding gift for the likes of you.
Don't be so stubborn. You're such a child, lol. Okay, so you're not attending the wedding. I'll scratch you off the list then. I guess you're just going to have to sit at home with your dishwasher boyfriend twiddling your thumbs. Hey, Miley, pick up. I was just at the restaurante where we're going to hold a reception. I was with the wedding planners, and guess what? Your boyfriend was there. What was he doing there? Is he the dishwasher there, lol?
Huh? Hey, is the restaurante that you chose, is it the one where Brad works at?
Yeah, I guess it is, lol. I'm usually surrounded by very fashionable and handsome people, so with that country boy looks, he's really stood out. Spotted him right away. A high school graduate, and he can work at a high-class place like that, lol. But he's a professional dishwasher by now, lol. I wonder how much a dishwasher makes at a place like that.
Like I said, Brad is not a dishwasher.
Well, I couldn't very much ignore him, so I said hello. I said it was Brenda, Miley's older sister. I was just curious, so I had to ask. I asked him why he only finished high school. Was it because his folks were poor? Sorry, I had to ask. He was really nervous, stood there with his mouth agape. What a sight, lol.
I really can't believe you. He's working. How could you disrespect him like that? What's wrong with you?
So what if the dishwasher takes a little break? Nobody cares about some lowly kitchen staff, lol. Oh yeah, listen to this. I figured I would tell him since he was there. I told him that it was our policy not to invite people with inadequate educational backgrounds to your wedding. I went as far as to tell him that no such uneducated people enter the restaurante at least 1 month before my wedding, lol.
Have you totally lost it? You told him that?
Of course I did. I mean, a mere high school grad just seems vulgar. Not fit for respectable people like us. Nobody's lets a mangy stray dog into a restaurant, right? Much less a high-class place like that. I told him he's gonna work there. He needs to disinfect himself before entering.
I really can't believe I'm hearing this. Have you become unhinged? You definitely have a few screws loose.
My screws are perfectly fine, lol. Besides, your boyfriend, when I told him not to enter the restaurante, you know what he had to say? He said, "Very well, miss. I will do as you say." Can you believe this guy? For a mere high school graduate, he certainly knows his place. He didn't talk back at all and just sulked away like a beaten dog, lol. Not the vigorous and fearless young man, that's for sure, lol.
Oh boy, you went and did it. That means there will be no wedding cake. What a shame.
Huh? Cake? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I suppose you already know where you work, so it doesn't matter anymore. Just going to have to be truthful, I guess. The Brad you so despise is the pâtissier at the restaurant.
Huh?
Yep, Brad studied at the top pâtissier academy in France, and he recently won the award at that world-famous pâtissier contest in Paris last year. That world-renowned pâtissier that you were so proud of? Well, that is none other than my boyfriend, Brad.
Now you're the one that has a few screws loose, lol. That uneducated country boy, a world-renowned pâtissier? Give me a break, lol.
It's true. His father's also a pâtissier. He currently works in Paris. That's right. Right after graduating from high school, he flew to Paris to be with his dad and to attend the pâtissier academy there. It was the same place his father graduated from. He then worked for several years at one of the top pâtissier establishments in Paris. He returned about 2 years ago and currently works at that restaurant where you plan to have your wedding, minus the cake, of course.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm afraid it's true. Well, I guess you kicked him out, so nothing to do with you anymore, right? You told him to stay away for a month, right? I don't see how he'll be able to make that cake for you. I guess you're going to have to make do with something from Costco, lol.
Hold on a second. If that's true, no, it can't be. Why didn't you tell me about him when you first mentioned him?
Well, like I said, Brad didn't want me telling everyone. Some years back, a short while after he returned from Paris, this neighbor found out he was a patissier and constantly asked him to make her and her friends all kinds of pastries. He just could deal with that. That's why he wanted me to keep it quiet. But even though you didn't know his background, denigrating someone like you did Brad, that's not what a respectable person does.
How could I have known? A mere high school grad, a fashionable occupation like a patissier? Who would think?
You always look at people according to their educational achievements. That's why you always end up in embarrassing situations.
Hold on a second. I just got a text message from the wedding planner. It seems because I restricted his entry into the restaurant, all the chefs in the kitchen are apparently furious. They said they were going on strike. They're not going to cook for my wedding. What the hell am I going to do?
The chefs are on strike? LOL. Oh, you really did it this time. Guess you're just going to have to apologize or find another venue.
I can't do that. I already told all my friends that I was holding my wedding reception at that place. I waited 3 years to reserve a spot there. I can't give it up now. No way I can find another place at this late date.
Well, your only option is to apologize, right? If you're so set on having the reception there, I don't see any other way.
How am I going to? Oh yeah, Miley. You're his girlfriend. Talk to him and apologize on my behalf. Please, get him to come back.
Sorry, not going to happen.
Huh?
Why should I apologize? You created this mess, you clean it up. The responsible thing to do is to admit your mistake and apologize to Brad. Simple as that. And you're asking the wrong person. I'm still super pissed at you for trashing my boyfriend.
You want me to admit my mistake and apologize to this guy? Some snotty high school graduate? No way that's happening. You go and apologize to him. Do it now. I cannot stain my perfect lifestyle by stooping so low.
Well, you certainly have no remorse, I see. Wow, to think this is my older sister. How embarrassing. I will not help you out. That's it.
How could you treat your older sister this way? Just do as I say. That's an order. I'm practically begging you.
Maybe you should go back to elementary school and relearn proper etiquette at LOL. After that, my sister reluctantly went to the restaurant to apologize, but she immediately brought up her status as an elite college graduate with many rich friends or whatsoever. The usual drivel. Her attitude was so condescending that it just made things worse. What's more, during the supposed apology, she again blurted out the fact that Brad was a mere high school grad. She just couldn't keep her mouth shut. The restaurant staff were furious with her arrogance and they in turn canceled the reservation and prohibited her from ever again entering the restaurant. This incident also caused the relationship with her fiancé to go downhill. Well, that spat escalated beyond remedy and eventually they broke off the engagement. Brenda was so shocked by what had happened to her so-called perfect life, she wouldn't come out of the house anymore. Academic background does not make a person. I don't see why my sister does not realize that. I told Brad how sorry I was to have a sister like that. I was ready to break up with him, he so desired, but he had no intention of doing that, but instead smiled and forgave me. He even suggested that we have our wedding reception at the restaurante, lol. I'm sure I won't have to wait 3 years for a reservation.
My lovely scrumptious honey pumpkin, Gary. Did you get off work? Let's make today the day we finally get on the train home together.
Kayla! Hey. Sorry, but I can't. I've already got an engagement with someone.
Oh, you do? But, you do want to get on the train home with me, right? Right? 'Cause, it's our,
What?
You don't happen to be a little bit forgetful, do you, Gary? Or are you a bit slow when it comes to romance?
Huh?
Or maybe you'd be embarrassed if everyone saw you leaving the office with me. Chill out and relax a little. It's fine. Hey, that reminds me. How come you never come over and speak to me at work? We have nothing to be ashamed of. I get that you might want to keep things hush from everyone at work, but you could at least come over and say hi every now and then. My delicious pudding pie.
What are you talking about?
It's hardly unusual for two coworkers who join the company at the same time to develop romantic feelings for each other and start dating.
Dating?
Yeah. It's our 2-week anniversary as a couple today, you know?
Uh...
I guess it's not that uncommon for guys to forget about anniversaries, so don't worry about it, sweetie. I'm not mad at all.
No, really, what are you talking about?
I said it's cool, don't worry about it.
I don't mean it like that. You and I aren't dating.
Huh?
The heck? I have a wife and kids.
What? How cruel! Are you just using me like some cheap toy to be tossed aside?
No, don't be so ridiculous. I never asked you out, I have no romantic feelings for you, and I've never done or said anything to suggest I do. I'd already been married for a year when I joined the company.
Oh my god!
Besides, we barely even speak, and on the rare occasion we do, it's only ever about work or idle small talk. I don't know how you've managed to convince yourself we're a couple based on that. I'm fully devoted to my wife. We were childhood sweethearts who started dating back in high school. Would you please stop saying these weird things? It's making me super uncomfortable.
This can't be!
What you're doing here could cause a lot of trouble for me. Please refrain from talking to me about anything other than work from now on, okay? I'd appreciate if you stopped calling me things like scrumptious honey pumpkin and delicious pudding pie, too. You have no idea how creepy it is. My name is Gary.
Why are you doing this? Gary, my old flame, my once favorite dreamy sugar dumpling, I need to talk to you.
What is it? I've told you countless times to only talk to me about work-related things, and only when we're at the office. Why are you messaging me again? Would you please just cut it out already? Plus, I told you to stop it with the creepy nicknames. Just Gary is fine. Gary.
I don't think you'll be puffing your chest out like this for long. Wanna know why? Teehee. You see, because you're so stubborn and wouldn't be honest about your feelings, I had no choice but to go and find another boyfriend.
Cool.
By the way, we're really close already. What would you say if I said I thought he might be the one?
That's great. I hope you're happy together.
What? No, wait. You were supposed to start panicking.
Why?
Isn't it normal to be worried when another guy takes the girl you like? Aren't you gonna fight to win me back?
Nah.
What? Why?
I never had any romantic feelings for you in the first place. Are we done? Great. I'm going home. Bye.
Gary, this is bad. Real bad.
Sarah, what's wrong?
You're on errands out of the office now, right?
That's right. I'll be finishing up and heading back soon, though.
No, please, you can't. The manager told me to tell you not to come back to the office.
Why not?
Kayla's really gone and done it.
Kayla? What do you mean?
She got caught having a steamy romp with Steve, the manager from sales and marketing, in the stationery cupboard.
What? Isn't Steve married?
And this isn't even the worst of it. His wife must have found out about what was going on somehow, because she just stormed in the office yelling, "Where the hell is that trashy harlot Kayla Briggs?" The managing director currently is trying to calm her down with tea and biscuits in the waiting room on the 3rd floor.
So what about Steve and Kayla?
Steve immediately admitted wrongdoing, got on his hands and knees, and begged his wife for forgiveness in the hallway in front of half the company. The managing director ordered him to wait on the 4th floor meeting room, so that's where he is now. As for Kayla, she's currently barricading herself in the 2nd floor inventory management room. Judging from the sounds coming out of there, she's smashing things up in some kind of frenzied rampage. She even smashed one of our new products that was just about to be sent out for delivery, so I'd be surprised if she still had a job after this.
What a spectacular mess!
There is one more thing, Steve. She was yelling your name the whole time.
What?
I'm pretty sure everyone's got a good idea of what the situation is, so I don't think you need to worry. We all noticed a while back how she kept following you around and waiting for you after work to make advances at you.
You reported her to the managing director several times too, right?
Yeah.
So, all things considered, since we couldn't discount the possibility the situation would deteriorate even further if you came back, he decided it would be best you didn't, at least while she's still around.
I see.
This whole thing must be causing you all kinds of trouble. I'm really sorry, Gary.
Sorry, I don't really know how to respond to all of this. But in any case, thanks for passing on the message. I appreciate it.
I'll be in touch as soon as there's any kind of development.
Got it. I'm really sorry for inconveniencing you guys.
Gary, you're horrid. Why didn't you come and save me? Where was my knight in shining armor?
Huh?
Your girlfriend just got fired. I'm being charged $15,000 because I broke some stuff, and they said if I don't pay, they'll take me to court. And if you think that's bad, the marketing and sales manager's wife's demanding $25,000 in compensation from me. Why the hell didn't you come and help me? I needed you more than ever.
Because none of it's got anything to do with me.
What?
Use your brain, Kayla! None of this would have happened in the first place if not for your sordid tryst with Steve from sales in the stationery cupboard. He's a married man. No matter which way you look at it, treating me like I'm your boyfriend like some kind of stalker, getting yourself into a career-threatening situation, then demanding I come and get you out of it is not acceptable behavior!
How could you be so blind, Gary? The only reason I did this was to force you to be honest about your feelings. The reason I made love to a married man in the stationery cupboard is because I love you.
That's quite possibly the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard.
The fact you have a wife and kids is irrelevant. We don't choose the wanderings of our hearts. The world of love is a world of mystery. But you're so stubborn. I had to resort to extreme measures to force you to admit how you felt. And be honest about the fact that you're head over heels in love with me. That's why I had to find a new boyfriend.
What the hell? That's why you had an affair with the married sales manager?
That's right. Things might have not worked out exactly as I planned, and maybe I did lose my job over it. But surely, at least now you realize how much you love me. Surely now you realize how important I am to you. Tell me you do, my sweet trickle muffin. Hurry up and admit you're crazy about me. Divorce your wife and let's be together forever. I'm unemployed now, so I'm ready to be your stay-at-home housewife. It's actually perfect timing when you think about it. I'll be the wife of your dreams. Let's build a household full of love and warmth together, my chocolate love bunny.
More like the wife of my nightmares. I feel like I'm in a horror movie. You're actually insane.
Huh?
I can't believe things got this out of hand as a result of your misunderstood delusions.
Misunderstand delusions? No, you're wrong.
It baffles me how you can say that with such confidence. There genuinely isn't a shred of self-doubt in you, is there? How many times have I told you now that I don't have romantic feelings for you? I've literally lost count.
Come on, Gary. I saw the way you looked at me. The very first work drinking party we all went to after me and you joined the company, the moment our eyes met across the table, I remember it all like it was yesterday. The fateful moment.
What?
The fateful, precious moment our eyes met. The overwhelming force of your amorous gaze. You pierced my heart with your love spear. I won't let you say you've forgotten. I won't.
What the hell? Ugh! Listen to me, lady. That drinking party you're talking about, I wasn't even there! My wife and son fell ill with something that day, so I ducked out of work early, which means I ended up having to pull out.
You're lying!
You either dreamed it, or this is a severe case of mistaken identity.
No, you're lying. That can't be true.
Why don't you try asking Steve, your new boyfriend? He should still have the chat logs from when I messaged him, saying I couldn't go because I had to take my wife and son to the docks.
I won't believe it. I won't.
Never contact me again!
Wait!
I'm blocking you! Kayla found her new boyfriend in the form of a married man for the most absurd reason imaginable. Apparently, her objective was to make me feel jealous. But given I had no feelings for her in the first place, it was a fruitless endeavor. And she did nothing but cause hurt, upset, and inconvenience to many innocent people. On top of that, Steve from sales also got fired when the extent of the damage to the business his lover had caused with her spectacle became apparent. I heard that after he divorced his wife, he continued to be obsessed with Kayla. Eventually, they got married on the condition that he'd cover all of the compensation she owed, and he even convinced his parents to let them both move in with them in the family home. Rumor has it that Steve's parents are known in the neighborhood for being a little peculiar and idiosyncratic. To quote a coworker who lives nearby, "That girl's gonna have her work cut out living with that family. It's not a fate I'd wish on my worst enemy." A chill runs down my spine every time I think about the unfortunate future that awaits her. If only she didn't go making the mother of all misunderstandings.
Christian! Hey, Christian!
Who is this?
It's me, Penny.
Huh? Penny?
Long time no see. I got your number from the group chat for the school reunion.
Oh, I see.
Are you on your way now?
Yeah, I'm on the train. Anyway, the reunion's gonna be starting in a few hours. Did you really need to go out of your way to message me beforehand?
Yes, what's the problem, baby? By messaging now, we can make all the necessary arrangements for a grand performance in advance.
Grand performance? Wait, did you just call me baby?
I've been thinking a lot about our surprise for everyone at the school reunion. I thought it would be better to get everything straight before we actually meet.
Surprise? If you were intending on surprising everyone, telling me beforehand doesn't really make much sense.
I forgot how slow you can be sometimes. Me and you are gonna surprise everyone together.
We are? Why?
You seriously need me to explain that?
Yes, I really need you to explain. Why would you and I surprise everyone at the school reunion? None of what you're saying makes any sense. We might have been in the same class at school, but I can count the amount of times we spoke on one hand, and we didn't even hang out in the same groups.
Oh, I give up. You just don't get it, do you? The fact we didn't really speak back then is exactly why everyone's gonna be so surprised.
I still don't have the foggiest idea what you mean. Anyway, what's the surprise?
What's the surprise? Cut it out, Christian. I'm starting to think you're teasing me now. There's no way you're this dull. The surprise is our engagement announcement.
Say what now?
The only problem is, you still didn't give me an engagement ring, did you? You really should have planned this out better, you dummy. A ring would give our announcement more authenticity. That's why I think it's best we meet up before the reunion and go ring shopping together. We might not have the time to check out all the shops and find the ultimate ring of my dreams. But as long as you choose me one that costs at least $10,000, I'm not that fussed about the design. Oh yeah, and I'd be really happy if you proposed at the same time. The words the husband ends up choosing for the proposal are probably in the top 3 things married women get asked about later on. To make sure you choose something that sounds cool.
Whoa, slow down a minute, Penny. I'm not following anymore. No, wait. I was never following. Why do you think you and I are getting engaged all of a sudden? Is this some kind of late April Fool's Day joke?
Huh?
We haven't seen each other a single time since we graduated high school, and barely even spoken to each other, let alone dated before that.
You're right. We haven't been a couple until now.
Huh? You're actually aware? God, my head hurts! How can you be aware that we've never been together and yet still be talking such nonsense?
Nonsense? You're the one talking nonsense, baby. You worked so hard since we left high school, so you might one day be able to make me yours. I really admire that, you know?
Huh?
I know everything, babe. You're the CEO of a major company now, right?
Well, yeah, I am, but...
Exactly. So surely you must remember how that time we spoke back in high school, I said if I'm gonna marry anyone, he better damn sure be a CEO.
I don't know anything about that.
You don't need to get all shy with me, you know. I know the reason you worked so hard and became the CEO of a major company. It's because you etched my words into your heart and swore to one day fulfill them and become the man I needed you to be. It must have been really difficult for you not having a chance to propose to me since we haven't seen each other in so long. That's why I'm so stoked about this school reunion. It's a perfect opportunity. I'm really glad our old teachers decided to host it for us.
No. That is so wrong. You're making a misunderstanding of such epic proportions here that I'm actually lost for words. How is this possible?
Stop it, Christian. I just told you don't have to be shy with me. You're surprisingly naive for a man of your position. It's funny, I never looked at you romantically at all back then. You were always just that shy, gloomy kid with that nerdy, thick-rimmed glasses. Honestly, probably the last guy I'd have gone for. I can only imagine how hard you had to work to become the man you are today, so you being with a shot at my hand in marriage. All I can say is, wow, babe, wow!
I told you! That's not why I'm a CEO! My career had nothing to do with you! Plus, I'm married.
You're what now? Oh, I get it. You're so silly. Is this your way of proposing? You always were a little idiosyncratic.
Huh?
You don't propose to a girl by text message, you doofus. You have to do it properly, in person, like a man. Down on one knee, bouquet of roses and $10,000 wedding ring in hand. Will you marry me? That's how it's done. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Since everyone will be together, why not use the school reunions as your opportunity to pop the question? It'll be spectacular, like something out of a movie.
Like I told you, I'm already married. That means I have a wife.
Yeah, I get it. You're shy and trying to hide your embarrassment. I actually find it cute, sweetie. I'll be arriving at the reception hall really soon. Make sure you buy my bouquet of roses and $10,000 engagement ring before you get there, okay, baby?
You've got this all wrong, and I will not be complying with your demands!
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. My ring finger's a size 8.
I don't care!
Okay, sweetie. See you at the reception hall soon.
Listen to me!
What the hell, Christian? You have a wife called Bridget?
Why are you messaging me when we're in the same reception hall?
There's no way I can speak to you directly after you embarrass me so badly. I want to crawl into a hole and disappear. Do you enjoy embarrassing me? Do you have any idea how it feels to have your heart broken like this?
This is a very unique variety of embarrassment that I give you every opportunity to avoid.
What?
You made the most absurd understanding of all time, and now you're self-destructing all on your own.
Misunderstanding? What did I misunderstand?
If you need me to explain that, you might actually be beyond help. To tell you the truth, I never intended to announce my engagement to Bridget in such bold fashion in front of everyone like that. If anything, we're pretty private people. Our original plan was to keep it between our close friends and family. But you had to go off and arrive at the reception hall early and give everyone false hope that something big was about to go down by telling the organizers that a huge surprise was going to be announced. You gave me no choice but to announce my engagement to Bridget in front of everyone so people wouldn't be confused. Anyway, how the heck did you get from I worked hard to become CEO to I worked hard to become CEO exclusively so I could marry you? I don't understand your thought process. I've examined it from every possible angle I can think of, and it still doesn't make sense.
No matter what you say about the marriage, I know you have feelings for me. Surely you at least won't deny that.
Huh?
I was the most beautiful, the most popular girl in school. There's no way you didn't have feelings for me. Admit it, Christian.
Once again, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Speaking frankly, I was way out of your league. The tallest, most beautiful, most vibrant rose in the entire orchid. Every guy on campus wanted to pluck me. And you go off with some miserable, pathetic weed named Bridget, growing alone in the corner, all shrill and weedy and stuff? It makes so little sense, it's criminal.
Which part is criminal? We love each other.
I just told you. Don't make me repeat myself. It's me you should have feelings for. Listen, baby, we can still make it if we hurry. Douse her and weed kill her by filing for a divorce and marry me instead.
Tell me, Penny, what's your problem with weeds?
Huh? What, LOL? Weeds are ugly. Who likes weeds? Raised by a single mom, broke ugly, I can't think of one good thing she has going for her. She's the very definition of a weed. I bet you find her picture if you looked up weed in the dictionary.
What does that make you then? A stinking corpse, Lily?
What?
Does the foul stench of death accompany you wherever you go?
What does that mean?
Forgive me. Calling you a stinking corpse, Lily, is probably a little rude.
Hey, are you insulting me?
I never say stuff like this usually, but I just couldn't help myself. I couldn't just sit back and watch you talk about the woman I love like that.
I'm the woman you love. Me. I just told you you'll be breaking up with her, did I not? I'm a more suitable candidate for the CEO's wife. Me.
The CEO's wife, huh? It appears part of your misunderstanding stems from a severe lack of information, so allow me to make a few corrections.
Huh?
Firstly, raised by a single mother? Wrong. Second, broke? Wrong. Neither of those apply to Bridget.
Wait, what?
Want to know how I became CEO? I inherited Bridget's dad's company.
What?
Bridget was the president's daughter.
But I heard she was raised by a single mom.
Single dads are a thing too, you know. And just because someone's raised by a single parent doesn't mean you can make assumptions about their financial situations. Looking down on people based on baseless prejudices like that is only going to come back to bite you. I think you should be more careful with the judgments you make about people from now on. I mean, take today for example. You're super embarrassed and probably feel like a complete moron. Why? Because you viewed the world through a misunderstood prejudice-based lens. Anyway, that's enough of you.
Huh?
I want to go talk to my old classmates. I've already wasted enough time on my phone with this ridiculous back and forth. See ya!
Wait! No, Christian, don't leave me!
And that was the story of my encounter with a woman so disturbingly misunderstood that it bordered on the terrifying. All I can say is, wow, wasn't it just surreal? I barely interacted with Penny at all back in high school, but even then, I knew she had a reputation as an arrogant narcissist who looked down on everyone because of her good looks, and people tended to keep her at a distance. It seemed like she was under the impression that people felt uncomfortable being around her at the reunion because she was so out of everyone's league. But immediately after we stopped messaging, she soon hightailed it out of the reception hall. I blocked her straight away, so I can't say what happened next. But according to one of the event organizers, who contacted her afterwards to chase her up on her unpaid ticket fee, she'd given up on her search for a husband, an endeavor she'd been firmly committed to before, and is now living a life as a lonely, isolated NEET at home. Something tells me something inside her broke when she was hit by the reality of the outrageous misunderstanding she made.
Hey, Melvin! It seems like your salary from this month still didn't get paid into your bank account. Yesterday should have been payday, right? Am I getting mixed up here? What's going on?
Mallory, No. Well, you see, what actually happened is my company did a restructure and they're laying off tons of employees.
Huh? What are you talking about? It's not April Fool's Day today, you know.
I'm dead serious. They sprung it on me out of nowhere this morning. Apparently, 3 separate branch offices are being closed down due to steady deterioration in performance over the recent years. The branch I work at was among the terminated.
What the hell? Are they not even gonna transfer you or get you a placement somewhere else?
They did mention something about a placement at a different company, but I looked them up, and it turns out they're notorious for shady business practices and subjecting their employees to rigorous, borderline illegal overtime schedules.
How can you know that before you joined them?
You're right, but here's the thing. 2 of my friends have worked there in the past. Both of them ended up quitting after either becoming severely ill or depressed due to the awful conditions. As far as they both tell me, the company's done nothing to improve conditions for workers, and still runs under the same old corrupt executives, under the same old system. So, yeah, I can't exactly say I'm feeling super enthusiastic about that place right now.
How can you be so nonchalant about this? You just lost your job. You should be willing to do whatever it takes to find a new one ASAP.
Don't be so unreasonable, Mallory. Charging into a cesspit of corruption like that, despite knowing exactly what it's like, would be beyond reckless. I have to think things through carefully here. This is our future we're talking about.
That's exactly my point. How do you plan on keeping a roof over our heads?
Of course, I'm gonna look for something else. I plan on doing the rounds on all the job hunting sites starting tonight to get a feel for what's out there and apply for anything that looks promising.
I want a divorce.
Excuse me?
I married you because I thought you were a high earner and showed promise of making it big time. That was the biggest miscalculation of my life.
Huh? Why are you talking to me like this all of a sudden?
I just withdrew all the money from our shared savings bank account. You can think of it as my alimony payment. Look on the bright side. We don't have to waste time fighting through our lawyers now.
What? You just took it without telling me?
I'll have all my stuff together and be gone by the end of the day.
Mallory, just wait a sec!
Toodles! Melvin, what's going on? Is it true you two got a divorce?
Oh, hey sis. Yeah, it's true. Wow. So, this really is true? I can't believe it.
To think you actually begged a girl that beautiful and now she's running away? Did you do something to scare her off?
I got laid off in a restructure.
Huh?
The branch I worked at became a target of restructure because the company's going through some financial difficulties.
What?
They did give me a placement at another company, but they're notoriously shady and subject their employees to awful conditions. I have my own future and mental health to think about, so there's no way I can seriously consider joining a company like that. When I told Mallory that, however, she divorced me on the spot.
Wait, she did what now? Are you sure you explained the situation properly?
Of course, but she wouldn't even hear me out.
What? Something feels so off about this.
Yeah, you're not wrong. When I calmed down and actually thought about what she said, especially the comments she made when she divorced me, I soon understood that she married me under the assumption that she would be free to use me as her personal ATM in perpetuity. She took $4,000 in our shared savings account without even asking me, like it was her birthright. Although, when I think about her wasteful spending habits, it actually doesn't seem that bad, considered as more of a kind of breaking off relations fee. I'd probably suffer more in the long run if we stayed together. Luckily, the account with the money I saved up over the years when I was single remains untouched. Looks like the woman I loved was a scheming gold digger all along. I got tossed aside like a piece of garbage the second the money ran out. Life can be cruel, huh? If I'm honest, I want absolutely nothing to do with her ever again.
I see. Well, if that's how you feel, I won't say anything else on the matter. But in any case, first things first, finding a new job. Got any ideas in mind?
I've been browsing Apple jobs for the time being.
Anything in the pipeline yet?
Unfortunately not.
Well, in that case, I have a suggestion of my own.
You do?
My husband's company are looking to hire some freelancers right now.
Freelancers?
When he gave me a quick rundown of what the job would entail, I immediately thought of you. It seems like it would be a great match for your skills and experience.
No kidding? Sweet!
They do usually hire through the usual official channels, such as job sites and agencies. But you were a top performer at your last company, and I can vouch for you being as hardworking as they come. So when I explained the situation to my husband, he said as long as it's okay with you, he'd like to have you complete a practical test.
Count me in! I'm just grateful for the opportunity. Thanks a bunch, Kira. It's kind of a coincidence you should mention this, because I was actually considering going freelance as one of my options.
It's fate. Hopefully this turns into just the opportunity you need.
Here's hoping. I'll give it my best shot.
Okay, so here's a message from my husband. I'll have one of my HR guys give you a call soon. Sit tight.
Got it. Thanks a bunch, guys.
Hey, Melvin, long time no see. Melvin, are you there?
Who's this?
Don't pretend you forgot me. That's just not possible. It's your wife.
Weird. This isn't my wife's phone number.
Oh, come on, Melv. Now I know you're just playing dumb. It's Mallory. It's been over 3 years. Can you believe it?
What do you want? Did you not have me blocked before?
Well, maybe I might have, but I have no reason to do that anymore. Things have changed. So, what do you say? Shall we get back together?
What? Where the heck did that come from?
Surely me and you don't need to waste time with boring run-ups and introductions.
It's less that we need to, and more that I have no interest of getting back with you to begin with.
Oh, stop being so coy, you sly fox. Trying to hide it won't get you anywhere.
What are you talking about?
You make $75K a year now, right?
Huh? How do you know how much I earn?
Well, you know how one of your old classmates is one of my friends? He told me you and him were discussing your salaries at the bar at a school reunion 2 months ago. A conversation which was overheard by the formerly hottest girl in school as she ordered drinks, who then decided she had the hots for you and went in to make her move. In response to which you defiantly declared, "My heart already belongs to another woman. I have no interest in you."
Ah, that explains it then. I did wonder how you knew. It's true, I did say that, which is exactly why I won't.
Okay, great. I'm ready. Let's get back together.
Huh?
I think it would be so amazing if we could tie the knot all over again. I want another wedding. Let's remarry, but abroad this time.
No, wait! What the hell? How did you get from what we were just talking about to this? Surely you got the message.
You're so cute when you get all shy, Melvie.
What makes you think I'm being shy?
Do you really want me to spell it out for you?
I don't understand it all, so yes, please do.
You really, really want to hear me say it, don't you? Okay, I guess I have no choice. I know that the person you said your heart belongs to at the school reunion is me.
What?
I know, you silly Billy. It couldn't be more obvious.
What on earth makes you think like that?
It's only been 3 years. You were head over heels in love with me. That's not exactly something that disappears in such a short space of time. It's okay, Melvin. You can be honest with yourself and with me. Say what's on your mind. What's in your heart?
I see. Is it fair to assume that not much has changed for you during these 3 years then?
Well, now that I think about it, I guess not. People don't change overnight. These things take a long time, you know?
You see, actually, all sorts of things have changed for me over the last 3 years.
Oh, is that so? How do you mean? Would you mind giving me some examples?
Firstly, I don't work for a company anymore. I'm a freelancer.
Ah, so that's how you make $75K a year then.
When I got fired, I started thinking a lot about investing in my future and what I needed to do if I wanted to work in the optimal environment for me and lead a happy life on my own terms. I took the plunge and bought myself a house.
Wow, that's great. I can live there with you then.
No, you really can't.
Huh?
Anyway, that's not even the biggest change. The biggest change in my life over the last 3 years is that I got married.
What? Wait, that doesn't make any sense, Melvin. Me and you still didn't fill out the marriage registration forms the second time around.
You still don't get it, do you? I got married to a girl from a company that helped me out big time when I was first trying to get established as a freelancer. We got married just 2 weeks ago, in fact.
What? You're having an affair? How could you do this to me?
An affair?
Yes, that's illegal. Hurry up and divorce her and marry me instead.
Ugh! Just the thought alone is giving me the creeps.
Why?
We are never getting back together, Mallory.
Even though you still love me, don't deny it.
I'm just repeating myself now, and I get the feeling I'm probably wasting my energy here. But that's where you're wrong. In fact, that's the root of your misunderstanding. If you just accept I have no interest in you, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. I wonder if you'll accept it soon. Let's just see how far you're capable of deluding yourself. I'm genuinely curious.
Huh?
Do you think a guy you treated like a walking wallet, like your personal ATM, for years and years, is suddenly gonna come crawling back into your arms the moment you snap your fingers just because you realized he has some money now?
Wow, Melvin. Oh my god, I can't even. Are you saying you don't love me?
How do I put this? Rather than not loving you, it's more that I hate you.
Oh my god.
You're a black stain on the past that I'd rather forget about.
No.
Your very existence fills me with disgust.
How could you say such things? Stop it! I was sure we were gonna get remarried. I got super excited and took out a loan so I could splash out on a bunch of brand bags and clothes. I was sure you'd pay it off for me as soon as we got back together.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. It's true. You really haven't changed at all.
What's that supposed to mean?
I want to build a life and a family with someone who loves me for who I am. Not for how much happens to be in my wallet at any given time. I consider myself lucky that my current wife fits that description and sees the world in the same way that I do.
I don't understand.
Whether you understand or not makes no difference to me. Never contact me again.
Wait, Melvin! Can't you at least give me $20,000? Come on, for old time's sake? How am I gonna pay off this debt otherwise? Please? I'll be homeless at this rate.
I found out what happened to Mallory next through her parents, my old in-laws. Apparently, she had been going around spreading the word of me and her getting back together. To them, my own parents, relatives from both families, and even our friends. The first words uttered by my ex-mother-in-law over the phone, after not speaking for several years, were, "You lying, cheating, two-timing rat." She had no interest in listening to what I had to say, instead opting to one-sidedly barrage me with an unending tirade of abuse. Having had a feeling things might go down this way, I prepared a record of mine and Mallory's chat logs beforehand. Her mom fell mysteriously silent the moment I sent them all. Her misunderstanding was cleared up in an instant, and with that, the barrage of abuse turned into one of seemingly unending embarrassed apologies. She told me that the plan for Mallory from here on out was to have her work at the family restaurant until she made enough to pay off her debts. Funny enough, I could hear someone crying hysterically in the background as she was explaining this to me over the phone. I wonder who that could have been. LOL. Just to be on the safe side, I had her mom make Mallory write me an official written pledge promising never to come near me or contact me ever again. I'm praying with that, I'll have a little more peace in life now.
Hey, Erica. Thanks for the other day. Oh, hey, Marge. Yeah, it was good to see you. I was so surprised to see you. Stepped out of my house and there you were. I guess the last time I saw you was when we were at college together. What, 8 years ago, wasn't it? Yeah. Has it been that long? Boy, time flies. Hey, is that your parents' house? Yep, that's right. Wow, that's some house. How many rooms are there? Yeah, thanks. 5 rooms. My folks built it years ago. I just live there. So, Marge, what are you doing these days? Me? Let's see. Just hanging around, looking for a good guy to marry, I guess. Looking for a guy to marry. Okay. I'm not getting any younger. Thought I'd better settle down pretty soon. I see. Well, I wish you luck. Hope you meet the guy of your dreams. How about you, Erica? What have you been up to? Me? Nothing special. Just leading a normal and boring life, that's all. Huh? No way. You? A boring life? Yep. Just working at an office. 9 to 5. Normal stuff. Yeah. I can understand why you'd want to hide it. Huh? What are you talking about? Yeah, I get it. If you don't want to talk about it, it's your prerogative. That's all I was contacting you about. Okay, see ya. Huh? What's this about? Marge? Hey, Erica. Me again. What's up? Oh, hi, Marge. Nothing much. I'm texting you because I got some good news. Yeah? What is it? I'm getting married! No kidding. Wow. Congratulations. Thanks so much. But are you sure you want to be congratulating me? Huh? What do you mean? A friend's getting married. Why wouldn't I congratulate you? Even if the guy I'm getting married to is Brandon? Huh? Brandon? Are we talking about the same Brandon? Yep, the very same. That Brandon you know so very well. Are you serious? Is this some kind of joke? Of course I'm serious. That's why I'm contacting you. I figured you should know. I mean, to find out later would be a super shock, right? LOL. Come on, Erica. I thought you would be more in a panic mode. I think I'm pretty much there. Oh, I get it. You're the type that has trouble showing emotions when text messaging online. Is that it? You should use more emojis, LOL. Are you serious about Brandon? I mean, are you really okay with him? Of course! And why do you have to say it like that? It's just that, yeah. I know you want to stop me from marrying Brandon, but it's too late now because we're ready to make the big leap. And what's more, Brandon's child is in me right now, growing by the day. Huh? You're kidding, right? Nope. And now you know. And sorry, there's no place for you. Yeah, right. Well, if you're okay with it, Marge. So you finally see the picture. Now that it's settled, I would appreciate it if you would get those divorce proceedings moving. Divorce proceedings? Hold it a sec. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. Oh, sorry about that. I mentioned the big D a little too soon, did I? Took you a little off guard, huh? Like I said, I don't... Come on, get over it already. And I'm not too keen on seeing any of your messages, so I'm going to block you. Really sorry about that. Marge, wait a sec. Hey, Erica! Pick up. When are you going to move out of that house? I'm tired of waiting. That you, Marge? I thought you blocked me. I didn't want to contact you, but I had no choice. You won't move out, so I had to do something, right? So what the hell is going on? Huh? I'm sure you know by now, but Brandon is my husband. The baby is coming soon, and I want to live in a big, comfortable house. It's all your fault, you know. You won't budge from that house, so Brandon had to move out. And now he's moved into my tiny apartment. I know you don't want to move out of that big, huge house. I don't blame you. But you're being irresponsible. Would you hurry up and pack your things and get the hell out? I really don't know what to say. Out! Just get the hell out of our house. It seems you really don't want to live together. Live together? What are you talking about? Have you gone a little kooky? The person who has a right to live there is the rightful owner of the house, and that person's spouse. You're not welcome in that house. You have no right to live there. Can't you get that through your thick head? You're already pushing 30. Have a little common sense and courtesy. I can't believe you, Erica. You never change. Okay, I get what you're saying. I guess I have no other choice if you're going to push it this far. Okay, no problem. I'll move out. You got that right. Why didn't you just say so from the get-go? Wasting all this precious time for what? I have to find an apartment and get my things packed up, so I'm going to need a little time. Can you wait until the end of the month? Huh? That's another 3 weeks! I'm really busy at work right now. I'm even working on the weekend. Once I get all that cleaned up, I'll move out. So, please? Well, I guess it's just another 3 weeks. I'll be living there for years to come, so yeah, okay. 3 weeks, and not a day longer. You got that? Hey, Mom, sorry. I know you're probably out shopping. Oh, hey, Erica. Are you at the office right now? Yeah, I'm just starting my break. There was something I wanted to talk to you about. Can't we just talk on the phone? No, I'd rather do it this way for various reasons. You're with Dad, aren't you? Yeah, we thought we'd have lunch at that Italian place downtown. We used to take you there when you were a kid, remember? Yeah, I used to love their lasagna. I didn't feel comfortable talking with Dad there, so I prefer doing it online, if you don't mind. What's this about? You know that Brandon got married to my old college friend, right? Yeah, right. They didn't give us any notice about that. We were all kind of taken aback. Yeah, well, apparently they want to live in our home. Really? They said that? They said I should move out. Are you serious? What are they thinking? They said I wasn't allowed to stay there anymore. I can't make sense of it. Oh, so that's why you don't want your father knowing. And I'm really not that close to Brandon. It's just that when I think about Marge, the girl Brandon married, I just wasn't sure how to talk to him. I know it sounds kind of strange, huh? Yes, you're right. I don't blame you for thinking that way. But this Marge, she's not being very nice, is she? Shall I talk to her? No, that's okay. You better not. I don't want a big war erupting between you two. Besides, The only reason I didn't move out is because I was worried that nobody would be there to look after the house when you guys are out, which is often. Well, I suppose you no longer have to worry about that. What do you plan to do from now on? Yeah, I was getting to that. I was going to tell you earlier, my boyfriend proposed to me. Oh my God, that's great news! Of course I accepted. That's wonderful. Congratulations, Erica. Thanks, Mom. I talked to him about moving out, or should I say, kicked out. Well, he offered to let me stay at his place for the time being. I plan to start living with him starting next month. I'm gonna tell Dad that I'm moving out of the house. But I thought you should know about Marge, the kind of person she is. All right, I get it. Well, anyways, it looks like I'm going to have to keep an eye on Marge going forward. Hey, Erica, pick up! Buzz, buzz. Come on, Erica! What's the matter? You must be busy getting all packed and ready to move in, right? Yeah, that's right. I'm at the house now. Why are Brandon's parents living here? Huh? I'm not sure what you're getting at. My folks have been living there for years. It's their house. Why wouldn't they be living there? Huh? What are you talking about? That's my mother's house. She inherited it from her mom. I also grew up there. And for your information, the house is in my mother's name. Huh? Why? Well, because she inherited the house from her mom, my grandma, obviously. Hold it a second. I'm a bit confused. Yeah, well, our family structure is a bit complicated. Let me try to explain it to you. My father was previously married and later met my mom, and they got married. He then ended up living there at my mom's house. Well, then years later, I came along. I lived there my whole life. Until recently, that is. So that means Brandon was your husband, and he started living with your folks in this house? Huh? Husband? Yeah. Brandon was living at this house with you, right? That means you got married and started living with your folks. Hold it a sec. Are you serious, Marge? All this time, did you think that Brandon was my husband? Yeah, isn't he? I mean, he divorced you and married me, right? Oh, please. Tell me you're joking. This is too much. I really don't know how you came to that conclusion. There was a sign outside the house that said we were husband or wife or something? LOL. We are definitely not married. LOL. Not married? Then who is Brandon? He's my brother from my dad's previous marriage. Like I said, my dad was married before he met my mom. Brandon was his kid from his previous marriage. He came here when he was like 15, and I was about 10 at the time. We grew up together in that house. Brandon was living with his mom for a while, but she sadly passed away some years later, and he came to live with us. No way. That can't be right. I never saw your parents here before. Oh, yeah, that. My dad's in the military. He was stationed overseas for a while and recently came back. My mom's working quite a bit, and whenever she has time off, she goes off on one of her trips. Actually, she was visiting my dad in Germany a few months ago. Maybe that's why you didn't see them around. Bad timing, probably. This is my first time hearing about all this. Brandon didn't tell you anything? He didn't say a damn word! He's your husband, for God's sake. You guys should talk more. This kind of stuff is important. I don't need you lecturing me. Wait, but... Oh! I get it. What did you get? This house, this huge house, is going to be Brandon's someday. That's a fact, right? If he can live in that huge house, there must be plenty of money stashed away, that's for sure. So someday he'll inherit it all. After all, he's the eldest son. Someday, all of it will be Brandon's. Just have to be patient for a little longer and it's all ours. What a relief. Long as I know that, I can put up living with your folks. No problem. Yeah, well, about that. What? As I said earlier, my mom inherited that house from my grandma, remember? Yeah, what about it? Well, my mom never officially adopted him as her child, so sorry to say, he's not included in the inheritance. Huh? Say again? My dad also said that I should be the sole inheritor of the estate. That means Brandon has zero right to any inheritance on my mother's side. Are you serious? And besides, my folks are still in their prime and working hard. They have no intention of retiring anytime soon. And to be honest, I think you're being way too disrespectful to my folks talking about inheriting the house. Is that all you're interested in? What about Brandon? Yeah, well, I was just... And another thing, Brandon is heavily in debt to my mom. Debt? What debt? Yeah, a few years back, he cheated on his wife and... Cheated on his wife? What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, had an affair. Or should I say, a couple of affairs. Apparently, he was seeing 2 women. 2 women? They found out he was married, and they took him to court and demanded compensation from him. Ended up paying a total of $50,000 to those 2 women. My mom loaned him the money, and he's still trying to pay it off. 50,000? What the hell? That's why I asked if you were okay marrying the guy. Remember I asked? You just brushed it off, as I recall. Huh? I thought you were just trying to get back at me for stealing your husband from you. I thought you were being kind of weird. I mean, talking about divorce and all that. I didn't know what the hell you were talking about. I couldn't imagine for the life of me that you thought Brandon was my husband. For crying out loud. It really blew my mind. I was rendered speechless, TBH, I gotta say. I'm getting a divorce. Huh? What was that? Divorced. I'm not going to live with his folks. What's the use? With no inheritance, with a huge debt, I have nothing to look forward to. This is a con. Yeah, that's it. I've been conned into this. Calm down, would you, Marge? My dad verified it with Brandon before you guys got married. He told my dad that he explained the entire situation about the inheritance, the debt, before he married you. Huh? Yeah. And my mom even showed me the line conversation that they had. He said he told you the whole story and asked you to marry him under those conditions. And you said yes. Apparently, you said, I would do anything to marry the love of my life, or something to that effect. He said that's why he married you, because of the love you profess to him. You're making that up. I never said that. My mom said she took a screenshot of that part of the conversation. If you don't believe me, you can ask her. You probably still have the line conversation on your phone. You should look through and find it. Yeah, here it is. I checked my line history. Darn it, here it is. This doesn't make me look very good. What am I going to do? TBH, I don't have anything to do with all this, so talk to your husband about the rest. I'm busy. See ya. Hold on, please. Apparently, Brandon told Marge about his past, about all his past affairs and the debt he owed. I heard she was planning on divorcing him after the baby was born. Right about this time, my mom had a DNA test on Brandon to check whether he was really the father's son. It turned out that he was not related at all to my dad, and that his real mother was cheating on him. Turns out Brandon is not related at all. My dad was devastated. What's more, all this DNA stuff really had an impact on our family that Brandon decided on a DNA test for Marge. And guess what? It turns out the kid was not related to Brandon at all. Apparently, Marge had been cheating on him. As a result, Brandon demanded a divorce and even requested compensation. Marge was forced to put her newborn into foster care because her parents wanted nothing to do with her, and she wasn't able to bring the kid up on her own. Last I heard, she was working hard to pay off her debts.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, sis, I'm pregnant.
Huh? Oh, I see. That's great. Congratulations.
I forgot to tell you, but I'm 8 months gone.
Wait, what? 8 months already?
Yep, I'll be having a home birth at Mom and Dad's place tomorrow. See you there.
Tomorrow?
You got a problem with that?
No, I mean, it's great that you're doing a home birth at your mom and dad's place, but I just wish you'd have told me this a little earlier so I could have had a chance to adjust my plans.
Excuse me? Since when did I have to get permission from my sister-in-law for everything I do? Are you my boss now? Anyway, you've been married to my brother, what, like 10 years now? How is it that you still haven't had any kids? I don't know whose fault it is, but there has to be something wrong with one of you. So, who is it? Are you a barren wasteland, or is he shooting blanks? In any case, I'm being kind enough to let the two of you look after heavily pregnant me tomorrow. Think of it as kind of like preparation for if you two ever manage to conceive. You better treat me well. I want to see the gratitude in every word, facial expression, and gesture.
Why me?
Because you're my brother's woman, obviously.
Right, I see. So you'll be arriving tomorrow afternoon?
That's right.
Got it. 2 weeks later.
Anya, sis, are you there? Hey, respond now. My room's like covered in dust. Did you really think this is acceptable? This is the room my little boy's gonna be born in, and you have the nerve to leave it in that state? Will you please get it cleaned up ASAP?
Sylvie, I'm at work right now.
What? You call that work? Don't make me laugh. You're just holed up in your room like always. Mom and Dad were complaining about how you're always up there typing away on your computer like some video game addicted, cave-dwelling beast.
I've told you this countless times since coming home, but I work from home. I can do my job entirely from my bedroom. Just because I'm at home during the day doesn't mean I'm lazing around or have nothing to do. If anything, I'm busier now that I was back in my office days. I'm not opposed to helping look after you while you're pregnant, but there's a physical limit to how much I'm able to do.
Excuse me?
I understand you're heavily pregnant, and I understand you can't move around as well as you used to. But that said, you can still do some things for yourself, and you don't need me waiting on you hand and foot 24/7. Not only that, but your mom's always around if you need her. Please stop trying to force everything on me.
Wow, how dare you? Are you seriously trying to force your duties onto my elderly mother? How despicable. That's just bullying, plain and simple. You're bullying your mother-in-law. Who knew my sister-in-law had such a rotten personality? It's such a shame. I used to think you were nice back then when we first met, but it seems like you got too comfortable with my brother, and now you think you can say and do whatever you like. It's scary. Are you gonna bully me too? I'm gonna feel like super uncomfortable around you now.
Oh, give me a break, Sylvie. I'm hardly telling you and your mom to do everything, am I? All I'm asking is that you do the things you can do by yourself, and that she help with the things she's able to help with.
You're so horrible! How could you be this mean-spirited? You're like some kind of movie villain. You're twisted! Wah! Wah!
Actually, I'm the one who wants to cry. The next day.
Hey, Anya. Everything okay?
Hey, Charlie.
I heard from an old classmate who lives in the same neighborhood as my folks. Apparently, my little sister moved in with you guys when I got transferred away for work, and you've been having a real hard time of it lately. Is it true? Is everything okay, Anya? What's going on?
Well...
My sister and parents have always had a poor attitude towards you. I know that. But I did tell you to tell me if anything happened with him, didn't I? You could talk to me about anything.
I'm sorry. I didn't want it to affect your work badly in any way, so I kept it to myself.
Don't be silly, babe. You need to think about yourself sometimes, too. Everyone at work's really understanding, so please don't worry about that. What actually happened?
Apparently, Sylvie fell pregnant and came back to your folks' place for her home birth.
Wait, what? My sister is pregnant? Since when? That's the first I've heard of it.
Oh wow, you mean she didn't tell you either? She says she's 8 months gone already.
8 months?
Right? I was surprised too. She only told me the day before I came back home. Then she basically ordered me to go to your folks' place, where I was apparently obliged to be your personal servant, carer, and waitress, and expected to cater to her every whim at a moment's notice. Naturally, your mom and dad always have her back 100%, so I'm basically stuck in a house where it's constantly 3 versus 1. To tell you the truth, I'm finding it a little difficult. On the other hand, she most certainly is very pregnant. And out of consideration for the baby, I don't want to do anything that might cause her stress. I feel kind of trapped.
Oh no, Anya. I think maybe it's best you come and stay with me. How does that sound?
Huh?
I know you stayed there to begin with because you had your own job to think about, and my transfer was only ever meant to last a year at the longest. But you started working from home after I moved away, which means you don't necessarily need to be in that house for work, right?
You do have a point. I've been working from home for about 6 months now, and what with everything that's been going on in the world, upper management decided recently that this style of working would be made permanent.
Well then, surely we can make it work somehow if you come out here to live with me. Besides, if you come soon while I'm still away on transfer, it'll be easier for us to figure out where we want to live next after my transfer period comes to an end. And at that point, we could just up sticks and leave together.
You make some good points. I'm gonna talk to my boss about this. I am technically classed as a remote worker, but I do still have to go into the office 2 or 3 times a month. The company covers my travel cost, but if I was to come and live with you in Delaware, they'd be covering plane tickets, which I kind of feel like I should let them know about in advance. You'd also have to make your place work from home suitable before I arrived.
Ah, I see. I never thought of that stuff. You're right. It's best we have all of our bases covered. One thing I can guarantee you is that the internet here is about as fast as it gets. I can convert the spare bedroom into a study too. Just say the word.
In that case, I'm pretty sure they'll give me the go-ahead right away. I have a few loose ends to tie up and some things to pack though, so would you mind waiting a little longer?
Sure thing. I just want you to know that you're welcome here anytime.
Thank you, Charlie. 2 weeks later.
Sylvie, I made up my mind. I don't need you.
You don't need me?
You were so lively and cheerful when you came back to stay with us. It seemed like you had nothing to do, so I thought it only made sense to have you wait on my every move. But you haven't been looking after me at all. I actually feel worse off for having you around.
That's hardly my fault when I have work to do, is it? Do you want me to get fired? I always go out of my way to keep an eye on you and make sure you're comfortable and have everything you need when I'm not working.
Not good enough. I'm simply and not satisfied with your service. My mommy will be taking care of everything from here on out, so you needn't bother coming near me anymore. Get out of this house right now. You're a negative influence on me and my baby. If you stay here even a second longer, it'll probably come out disabled. My morning sickness gets 100 times stronger every time I see your repulsive face.
Huh? Weren't you saying the other day how pleased you are that you hardly get morning sickness at all?
Shut up! I don't want to hear another word from you. Get out, get out, get out! Let me make this clear. Your very existence itself irritates me. Get out of this house at once, you barren wasteland of a woman. You couldn't even give my big brother a baby, could you?
You should know I'm never coming back if you change your mind and regret this. You won't be my problem anymore.
I never want to see your gross, disgusting face again.
Thanks for saying that. I'm actually more relieved to hear that than you could know.
Huh?
I've decided to go and live with Charlie in Delaware. I'm really grateful for your blessing. I was kind of stressing over how you might react, but with still not having give birth and all.
Huh?
The next day.
Anya, are you on your way now?
Hey, Charlie. Yeah, I'm just getting ready to board the plane. I'll lose signal, but it's not a long flight, so I should be back with you in an hour or so. Then, 3 trains later, I'll be knocking on your door.
Anya, listen. I just received word that Sylvie's been rushed away in an ambulance.
Wait, what? Why?
Apparently, she started getting severe stomach pains after eating my mom's cooking.
Your mom's cooking? Oh no, 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 no. She didn't, did she?
Yeah, I think she did. It's always been a rule in our household to check that the ingredients in mom's section of the fridge aren't out of date or rotten before using them. No exceptions. It's been over 8 years since Sylvie flew the nest to go live on her own for college. And I'm guessing she totally forgot about mom's unsanitary culinary habits.
Oh my, I think you might be right. I'd been cooking all of her meals since the moment she came back. Come to think of it, I don't think your mom cooked for her even once.
Not only that, but you've been cooking all of our family's meals for the last 2 years. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, without fail, every single day. Your food's not only delicious and safe to eat, but you made everything with a healthy balance of vitamins, nutrients, and minerals in mind. My family's probably never been this healthy. As a result, I think they might have let their guard down. They took your cooking for granted, and then when you were gone, well, this happened.
Obviously, I hope Sylvie's okay, but how's the baby? Have you heard anything?
Last I heard that she was experiencing labor pains and that she was most likely going to have the baby prematurely at the hospital.
Oh no, isn't that bad?
It's not great, but don't worry, you don't have to go. I took an emergency vacation from work and I'll be heading down on the first flight tomorrow morning.
Are you sure? I really don't mind.
I think it's for the best you don't. I can just see it now. My sister hurling nonsensical abuse at you from her hospital bed the moment you walk in about how this is all your fault. Things might change and we might need you to come on short notice, in which case I'll contact you. But for the time being, I'd really appreciate it if you could just hold tight.
Okay, I understand. The next evening.
Hey Anya, I'm sorry I took so long messaging you.
Hey Charlie, it's fine. How's Sylvie and the baby? Are they both okay? I've been really worried about them.
The birth went by without a hitch. I have a healthy 8-pound baby nephew. Sully's fine too, but how to put this? Another problem seems to have emerged.
Another problem? What happened?
Okay, so you know how Sylvie's husband is white?
Yes?
And you know how Sylvie's also white?
Yes, of course. What does this have to do with anything?
The thing is, the baby's black.
What? 1 month later.
Anya! Hello? Anya? Please, will you come back? Pretty please with a cherry on top. My brother knows how to cook for himself. He'll be fine on his own. You'll be able to come back, won't you? Won't you? You should be prioritizing me and my little boy. I'm in the mother of all pinches here, Anya. Please. Oh my God, how did things get this way?
Hello, Sylvie. I'm glad to hear you and your son are okay. I hate to have to tell you this, but even if I was to come back, I wouldn't be able to look after you like I was doing before.
Why not?
Things at work started going great when I moved out to Delaware to be with Charlie. He's really understanding of my remote work situation and goes to every effort to accommodate me. We also split the housework evenly. He's such a darling. I feel lucky to have him.
But I'm struggling here. How can you live with yourself being all happy and content like that when I'm out here struggling? Looking after a newborn baby is so hard, you wouldn't believe. Like, gosh, how do people even do this? Not only that, but mom's cooking is so bad, I fear for my life every time I eat.
Your mom's cooking?
It seems like me getting rushed away in an ambulance wasn't enough to make her learn her lesson. Because she insists on making me her special dishes every day without so much as a glance at expiration dates or whether there's a mold on the ingredients. I had no choice but to start cooking for myself. Can you imagine if my little Tyrone ate something she concocted? Not only that, but I caught her force-feeding him honey from a bottle with "not suitable for infants" clearly written on the label. He's only supposed to be on breast milk, but she keeps trying to feed him additive-riddled grown-up food. And rotten additive-riddled grown-up food at that. That woman is dangerous. My dad lacks the spine to do anything but look the other way and pretend it isn't happening, so he's no help either.
Where's your husband in all this?
He divorced me. Ugh, don't ask the questions you already know the answer to.
I see. So we really did end up divorcing over that, huh? Well, what about little Tyrone's real dad? What happened with him?
I don't know. He disappeared.
What?
Forget all that. None of it matters now. The point is you need to come home. You need to come home now. My ex-husband wants nothing to do with me. My only choice now is to raise him at my parents' house while trying to avoid either of us being hospitalized again by my mom's lethal cooking. The only people who were ever capable of keeping this place in functioning order were you and my brother. Please, me and Tyrone need you. Stop your complaining and just help us already. Ugh!
Nope, sorry, but I really can't do that.
Why not? I'm begging you here. Have you ever seen me like this? Have you? I'm not doing it for fun, I promise you. Please, I'm desperate here.
I have a question for you, Sylvie. Did you notice how unhealthy living with you made me?
Huh?
Not only did your mom force me to do all the housework and cooking, but when you showed up out of nowhere, so pregnant you were ready to burst and demanded I be your live-in carer going on slave. To make matters worse, none of you seemed to understand the meaning of remote work and interrupted me upwards of 20 times a day, resulting in me barely ever getting anything done. My body was sending me desperate signals to get out. Then Charlie sent me a lifeboat and invited me to live with him, so here I am, finally recovering while being reminded what it's like to live a normal life. And you suddenly demand I throw all of that away to come back and live with you guys in the madhouse?
You can't blame us for that. I bet you just weren't looking after your health properly, or not scheduling properly or something. That's got nothing to do with us. Don't you dare try and blame your poor lifestyle choices on me and my family.
I see. Yeah, there's no way I'm coming back.
Why?
Good luck with everything. Goodbye. Later on, my in-laws agreed to let Sylvie and the boy with the mystery father stay with them indefinitely through gritted teeth, since she genuinely had nowhere else to go. But I hear her relationship with the two of them is more tense than ever. In spite of that, her mom and dad are still the only people in the world she has to rely on. But her mother, being the worst combination of slovenly and stubborn conceivable, is even worse at child rearing than she is cooking. The hostile atmosphere that fills the house day in day out as a result of mother and daughter constantly locking horns is so thick, you could cut it with a knife. Upon seeing the horrific state of things, one of Sylvie's dad friends suggested they left Tyrone in the care of a foster home run by a lovely couple he knows. Apparently, Sylvie wasn't opposed to the idea. Little Tyrone's innocent in all this, and the thought of him growing up in such an unpleasant atmosphere turns my stomach. I was relieved to hear about the plans to put him up for adoption. As for Sylvie, she owes heaps in compensation to her ex-husband, so she'll have no choice but to return to the world of work soon enough. Something tells me she won't be getting much time to rest from now on.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Joel? Did you go somewhere with your parents or something?
Oh, hi, Ada.
No one was in the house when I woke up. You didn't tell me anything, but did something urgent happen?
I'm going to Hawaii right now.
What? Hawaii? Do you mean the Hawaiian Center or something?
No. I mean the American state of Hawaii. I'm going to bring my mom and dad on a 5-day vacation. You're about to give birth, so you can't go on the plane, which means that you're unfortunately going to have to stay. Sorry.
Hold on. Do you remember that I'm supposed to be giving birth 1 week from now?
Yep, that's why we're planning to come home 2 days before you do.
There's a possibility that the baby is going to be born before that. Can't believe you would go on a trip abroad on your own at a time like this.
It's fine.
What makes you think that this is fine? Do you have any proof?
My mother, who has experienced childbirth, says it's fine. So what she says must be true.
What? Your mother said that?
You're just too anxious. Oh, it looks like it's time to board the plane.
Wait!
I'm telling you it's fine.
Nothing about this situation is fine.
I'm going to turn off my phone now.
Joel!
I'll be going now, bye.
Good evening, Ida. Good evening, Clara. I know this is a bit sudden, but do you mind if I come home to my parents' house tomorrow? What? Tomorrow? I tried contacting my brother and parents, but they wouldn't reply, so I contacted you instead. You see, I finished with a project I was working on at work, so I was able to get a sizable vacation. It's the weekend, so why don't I just go home? I suddenly thought to myself. You're about to give birth, right, Ada? I could come and help you if you want. Oh, it's fine if you don't want me there. I'll just stop by the house in the afternoon and stay at a business hotel. Well, you see, even if you come visit, no one's here except me, so... What? Everyone else went on vacation to Hawaii. Hawaii? Do you mean the nearby Hawaiian Center? The Hawaii in America. What? Sorry if I have things wrong, but aren't you supposed to give birth soon, Ada? If I remember correctly, it's less than 1 week now, right? Are you at home by yourself? Well, yes, I am. Huh? What's the meaning of this? I'll come and help you over there as soon as I'm prepared. Thank you. If I drive at night, I'll probably be there around midnight. Clara, you don't have to overexert yourself, you know? You just finished with your work, right? Aren't you tired? You being on your own when you're about to give birth is a bigger problem than me being tired. If you start to feel pain before I get there, then call a taxi or ambulance, all right? Oh, I'll contact my cousin who lives nearby. She's a trustworthy person, so you can count on her in the worst-case scenario. Thanks. You're a real help, but don't overexert yourself, all right? Yep, I'll be careful.
Hey, Ada. The sea in Hawaii is so beautiful. You wouldn't have been able to see it if only you weren't pregnant. It's such a shame, I guess. Oh, that reminds me. Mom had something she wanted to tell you. Just because you're home alone doesn't mean you can just relax and not do the household chores, she said. She said to make sure that there's not a single piece of dust when we come home and to prepare hot baths for us. Oh, and she wants you to make Japanese food for when we get back. Well, I told you what she wanted me to tell you, so bye.
Brother! And to think you were such a jerk for not contacting Ada even once ever since you went to Hawaii. What was that you just sent her now?
What? Clara? Did I tell you that we were going to Hawaii?
I heard from Ada.
Huh? Did Ada seriously rat us out or something? She went out of her way to tell you, who lives so far away, about it? What a loser.
I came home since I'm on vacation.
Huh?
I was able to get a sizable vacation, so I asked Mom whether it was fine if I came home, but she wouldn't reply. I asked you and Dad about it too, but you also wouldn't reply. So I told Ada about it, and she told me that you three went to Hawaii for vacation, even though it's less than 1 week until she's supposed to give birth. Are you three insane or something?
What's with the insult? Besides, I'm only going to Hawaii to show Mom and Dad filial piety.
Filial piety?
It's Mom and Dad's 30th anniversary. It's what people call the Pearl Anniversary. Once Ada's child is born, it'll be difficult for us just as a family to go on vacations anymore, right? Mom kept saying that this was our last chance, which is why I brought them to Hawaii.
That's not the problem. I'm saying that leaving your wife, who's expected to give birth less than a week from now at home, on her own, is insane. I'm asking you, what in the world do you think you're doing?
I already told you. We planned it so that we would be home 2 days before she gives birth. Why do you have to be so aggressive towards us? We have this planned out.
The baby's already been born.
Huh?
Ada started experiencing labor pains at midnight the day after you three took off for Hawaii. It was only a few hours after that I had rushed home after hearing the situation and arriving.
Seriously?
Thankfully, I was there to help her, so she was able to safely give birth that evening. Makes me shiver thinking what might have happened if I hadn't by chance decided to take a vacation, and if I hadn't decided to contact her.
Are you being serious right now? Like, is what you're saying actually true?
Yes, I'm being very serious right now. As serious as I can get.
Then why didn't you contact me as soon as the baby was born?
Because Ada didn't want me to tell you.
Huh?
It seems that Mom's bullying of Ada was pretty severe, huh? She made Ada, who was pregnant, do almost all the housework and would always insult her, which gave Ada a lot of stress. She even forbade her from going home to her parents' house after giving birth, right? She said that you just stood by and watched, too. Dad, too, did nothing, as he usually does.
Hey, why do you, who live so far away from home, know that much about us?
This is all information from your neighbors.
What? Our neighbors?
It just means that even though it seemed like they didn't see anything, they were in fact watching you people. Given the situation, don't you think that putting you three, the source of Ada's troubles, into contact with her, who is weak after giving birth, is unthinkable?
What do you mean the source of all Ada's troubles?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Ada's parents are also here, obviously. Of course, I told them everything.
You what?
They said that once Ada gets out of the hospital, they're going to bring both her and the baby home with them.
Hold on, wait. You intend on not letting Mom and Dad see their grandchild? I'm the baby's father as well. I have a right to see it.
I wonder who the people are who put so much stress on Ada's body, which just gave birth to a baby in the form of bullying. Oh, that's right. It's you three. Don't you understand that there's a possibility that what you three did could have seriously hurt the baby? I've never even had a baby, yet I do.
No, but...
I'm cutting ties with you three.
What?
You see, there was something really important I wanted to tell you guys during this visit.
Something important?
I wanted to acquaint you three with my boyfriend.
What? You had a boyfriend?
Yep, he proposed to me recently, and I said yes. He's here with us right now, actually. We were talking about showing him to my parents and getting their blessing for our marriage during our visit, but he says that we don't need the blessing of assholes that just leave someone who's about to give birth in 1 week to go on vacation to Hawaii. I personally agree to his opinion.
Hold on, Clara. We should at least talk through face-to-face once we get home.
If that's the case, you can talk to the lawyer.
The lawyer?
It's mostly going to be about you and Ada's divorce.
Divorce?
Yep, my fiancé's brother is a lawyer. He introduced us to another lawyer who is good at divorces.
Don't be rash, Clara. Why are you suddenly our enemy? Do you intend on betraying your own family?
I don't want to side with people who have thrown away their humanity, even if they are family.
Hey!
By the way, I'm going to go with my husband to his overseas assignment. Don't expect to ever see me again.
What?
Bye.
Hey, Ada. Our family is falling apart because of you. It's your fault for not wanting to give birth until we got home from Hawaii.
What do you mean, wait to give birth?
Ada!
In truth, I was intending to ignore your texts and not reply, but since what you said right now was just so dumb.
What? Dumb?
The day of birth is just a prediction of when the baby is going to be born, not some sort of set date that we decided. Didn't I explain to you several times that the baby could be born at any moment? You thinking that it would be alright for you to get home 2 days before me giving birth is honestly extremely dumb.
What?
Your mom should at least have known this. But still, she decided to leave me. Who's supposed to give birth in 1 week at home on my own? Despite you being my husband and my baby's father, you never noticed the intense harassment your mom always gave me. You're a failure of a father.
What did you say to me?
To be honest, I want to go all out and insult you three, but I don't want to risk saying any insults that would be at a disadvantage for me at court, so I'll refrain from it.
Hold on.
Please contact my lawyer from now on.
Reconsider this.
Goodbye.
Ada!
I thought this was going to be a long battle, but I was able to divorce Joel relatively quickly, and since he didn't even vie for custody of the baby was handed over to me. I also had him pay up front both the alimony and the child support money. Apparently, his mother said he would find Joel another girlfriend, and his parents gave him their retirement savings. But even when Joel was able to get a girlfriend, someone from the neighborhood would tell them about the incident he had with me, so he had trouble bringing the relationship to a marriage. Not only that, but Joel fell seriously ill, and as an after effect, he became infertile. This caused him to panic and try to reunite with me, but my family already moved and he could no longer contact us. So he gave up, but now he realized that he no longer had my money. Apparently, the alimony and child support he had to pay me, combined with the medical bills for his treatment, dealt quite a blow to his financial situation. It seems the three of them have been doomed to a life of constant work under the whip.
Hey, Rose. You're going to be leaving for a business trip today, right?
Huh? What is it, Trisha?
You told me about it at the memorial service, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm already at my destination. What about it?
We only got each other's contact information at the memorial service, right? Even if we are cousins, I thought it would be rude to contact you when you're busy, so I thought I should ask you about it.
Oh, is that so? Well, just text me whenever there's something you need to tell me. I already told you this at the memorial service, but just know that there are going to be times when my replies are going to be really slow.
Got it.
Good morning, Mrs. Yates. Is now a good time?
Oh, Mr. Hunt? It's unusual of you to contact me like this by text.
Yep, even though we did exchange contact information when I moved here.
I mean, it's faster to just talk to each other in person when you live in the room next door. So, what's the matter?
Well, this is going to sound rude, but I have a question for you. You said that you were going to be gone for a while, right?
Oh, yes. About 2 more weeks.
The lights in your room are on every evening.
What? I'm currently on a business trip, so there shouldn't be anyone in the house.
Yes. It looks like the lights are being turned off during the day, which caught my attention, so I decided to contact you. It's not like you come home from your trip occasionally, right?
Yep, I haven't been home since I left.
Did you ask one of your acquaintances to check in on your house then?
I asked my landowner to do that for me, but I doubt he would visit every evening.
Huh. So what is it then? Maybe a thief?
What?
Oh, never mind. I guess it's strange for a thief to visit every night, but if it's not your landowner, then that means that someone must have a spare key to your room.
That's probably not the case. My parents' house is far away as well, so...
Do you have any relatives living nearby?
I have 2 cousins who live at a place that's a 20-minute drive from my house, but I haven't given them spare keys.
Don't you think that this is quite serious?
It seems so. I'll tell my company about it and come home this evening.
Should I tell your landlord about it?
Yes, it might make things go smoother if you told him what you know about the situation.
Understood. Oh, and please contact me when you arrive. The landowner's a woman past her 70s, so I think that it would be helpful to have the help of a man at times like this.
Thanks, that would be really helpful.
Well, come home safely then.
Yep, thank you for contacting me. Hi, Mr. Hunt. Thanks for contacting me in the afternoon about the situation. I just arrived at my landowner's house.
Hi, Miss Yates. It must have been a long trip.
My landowner already checked in on the house for me, and when she looked through the window, it seems that the light in my room on the 2nd floor really was turned on.
I was able to get home from work a bit early today, so I was observing your room. It seems that the person arrived 1 hour earlier than you. The window was open strangely, so I did a bit of eavesdropping and,
What is it?
Well, I think I heard the voices of a man and a woman.
What? A man and a woman?
Well, what they were saying was, they must have been having sex based on what they were saying.
Huh?
Sorry if I'm wrong, and it's just my misunderstanding.
Oh, don't be. Thank you for the information. Me and the landowner are going to be entering the house now. I know it's a hassle, but would you mind coming with us?
Understand. I'll be waiting in front of your room.
It was you, Trisha? Where did you run off to? You're only fast when you run away. Huh? Why are you back so early? That's not the problem. Why are you using my house as a hiding place for cheating? You were always the type of person who did whatever they wanted, but cheating on your husband while he's on assignment on his own is going too far. Hold on, weren't you supposed to be abroad for 2 weeks on a business trip? Huh? Abroad? That's why I thought we could use your room instead of going to a hotel. My business trip was just to a neighboring prefecture. Huh? That's not the point, though. You used my spare key without my permission, didn't you? Let me guess. Was it at the memorial service 1 month ago? Yes. I heard that you were going to be abroad for 3 weeks on a business trip, and I also noticed that there was a locksmith near the shrine we had the memorial service at. I thought that this was the perfect chance, but why have you come back so early? It's Candace, our other cousin, not me, who's going abroad on a business trip. Huh? Candace? You were sitting right behind us at the memorial service, right, Trisha? That's probably when you overheard us talking about how we were going to go on a business trip at the same time. You probably had it mixed up and thought I was going abroad and Candace was staying in the country. But you work at a foreign firm, right, Rose? Which is why I thought for sure that you were the one going abroad. I see. So you've got even that wrong. I work at a medium-sized company that just has a few offices around the country. Huh? It's Candace who works at a foreign firm. No way! There's no way Candace, who grew up poor and without a proper education, could get into such a place. It looks like you haven't changed and how you're still full of prejudices. Don't you know how hard Candace has worked up until now? She got into university with a scholarship that exempted her from having to pay a tuition since her grades in high school were so good. She even graduated at the top of her class since she's so smart. Wasn't she a high school graduate? Wow, how far do your prejudices go? Fine, who cares? It's not like you know who my boyfriend is or anything. Speaking of which, wasn't the man you fled my room with back there Candace's fiancé, Mr. Tyson? You know? Candace introduced me to him just recently, so we've met each other before. No way. When I barged into the two of you back there, he made a face looking like he knew he screwed up and said my name. It was Mr. Tyson, without a doubt, right? I'm going to tell Candace about this. Hey, hold on! Of course I'm going to tell your husband about it as well. I said hold on. I got divorced with my husband because you had to go on and tell him what happened. This is about the business trip 3 months ago, right? I already know what happened. It seems that Candace canceled her marriage with Mr. Tyson as well. I heard you made Mr. Tyson pay alimony for you? Well, kind of. I mean, I was thinking about stealing him from Candace from the beginning. It all started when I thought to myself that Candace didn't deserve a man like him, so I decided that I would have him for myself, who's a much better match for him. I mean, he's so much more high-spec than my ex-husband, and he's more rich and handsome as well. Huh?
By the way, it's been 100 days since I got divorced, so I married Mr. Tyson. My ex-husband was a pretty high spec himself, and he let me just relax at home as a housewife, but I guess I got an upgrade. And from now on, I'm a celebrity housewife that relaxes at home. I'm so lucky, it's kind of unfair. Mr. Tyson is unemployed currently. Did you know that?
Huh?
The company he was running with his friend went bankrupt half a month ago.
Bankrupt?
I heard that to pay off the debt, he had to take a loan out because of the bankruptcy. He's now working part-time while looking for a new job.
He's in debt?
I heard that that's part of the reason why he and Candace delayed their wedding ceremony, which they've been planning to have the next spring. And yet, given his situation, you still made him pay your alimony for you. He might be in even more debt now than he was in the start.
You're joking, right?
The reason you were using my room as a secret hiding place was because Mr. Tyson told you that going to hotels was too expensive, so he wanted to meet at your house where your husband was gone because of his assignment elsewhere, right?
Huh? Well, yes, that's why.
This is just my speculation, but he was in debt, so he probably didn't want to spend too much money. But there are a few cameras placed in your house to keep watch of your pet, right? And you knew that there was a chance that your husband would check in on the cameras from where he was assigned, meaning that if you brought Mr. Tyson in your house, you would have surely gotten caught. During that time, you happened to hear me talking about how I was going on a business trip and thought of using my room instead. So you made a spare key without telling me, and that's what happened, right?
Hold on, I finally realized it now, but could it be the case that I'm screwed because I just married an unemployed man who's in debt?
Looks like it.
No way. No way. No! I won't accept this. I'm going to divorce him.
But is it going to be that easy?
Huh?
Well, you see, I'm currently with Candace right now, and she's saying that Mr. Tyson is an extremely jealous person, and if you don't put him in the palm of your hand and control him well, then you're going to become mentally unstable.
What?
She says thanks for taking her hands off of such a bothersome man.
What do you mean?
Well, that's the situation, so good luck.
Don't scare me like that. Rose!
Good evening, Miss Yates. It's been 2 months since you moved to your new room. Have you gotten used to it?
Good evening, Mr. Hunt. My move happened at the same time it got really busy at work, so I was only able to arrange all my stuff just recently, but I only moved to the apartment across the street. The layout is similar to my old room, and the landowner is still the same, so it doesn't really feel like much has changed.
I see.
That being said, it's so freeing finally to get away from the room that was used as a secret meeting place for adultery.
I'm glad you feel that way. You live in room 202 now, right?
Yes, we're still neighbors like before, so I hope we can get along like before.
It'd be my pleasure.
On the other hand, though...
Yes, what is it?
Would you like to go out to dinner soon?
What?
I realized that I had never thanked you for helping me out with the incident a few months ago.
What? Don't worry about it. I already received some expensive sweets from you. That alone is enough, thanks.
It's not that I just want to thank you, but I thought that we could go out somewhere. So, is that a no?
No, I accept. I'm actually really happy.
I'm glad. How's 10 o'clock this Saturday?
Yep, I'm looking forward to it.
Trisha was unable to tell Mr. Tyson that she wanted to divorce him, and she was forced to take on his debt with him as his wife. But it didn't change the fact that she had stolen another woman's fiancé, so she could no longer depend on her parents since they had cut ties with her. Her dream of being a celebrity housewife that just relaxes at home was now not just a dream, but a dream inside a dream. Instead of living the life she thought she was going to live after marrying Mr. Tyson, she now lives in poverty, even though she works from day to night every day. She was immediately thrown into a horrible life. Not only that, but it seems that what Candace said was true, so that now Trisha is on the verge of mental illness. After sending her last message to me and Candace saying that it wasn't supposed to be like this, we no longer heard anything from her, since it seemed like she could no longer pay her phone bills. Hi, Natalie. Guess where I am right now? What? Is that you, Tracy? Long time no see. It's been several years, right? Do you know where I am right now? I'm really sorry, but I don't have the time for that right now. I'll contact you again when things have settled down. You haven't been able to contact your husband Harry since last night, right? What? Do you know something about it, Tracy? If you know where he might be, then tell me, even if it's just a tiny clue. That's why I'm asking you to guess where I am right now. Huh? Don't tell me that. Are you two together right now? Yep, we've been together since last night. I'll ask you again, all right? Do you know where I am right now? Tracy. The answer is the Love Hotel in the town next to ours. I spent the past night taking my time tasting your husband Harry. He was super delicious. Thanks for the meal. Well, it's already been 3 months since we started going out, though. Just what are you thinking? Harry is my husband, and to think that I considered you my friend ever since middle school. What? Seriously? Well, I guess we were friends. You were my best friend whose job was to make me look better. I made you look better? Is that so? Fine, I understand now. That's all I wanted from you. I'm going to be making out with Harry for a bit longer, so why don't you get the divorce papers ready while you're waiting for us? Bye then. Hi, Natalie. Thanks for divorcing Harry. But don't you think asking a friend to pay an alimony is a little mean? You could have at least made it cheap since we're friends. The alimony I made you pay was a fair amount, and I was just expressing my legal right. Alimonies aren't made cheaper for friends, and we aren't even friends anymore in the first place. Aww. Besides, you made Harry pay your portion of the alimony anyways, right? Oh, that's right! I did make him pay the alimony. He's so reliable. It must be because he has such a large salary. What? Harry has a large salary? Yes, that's the reason I stole Harry from you in the first place. I wanted his money. You got married earlier than me, even though you were always just there to make me look better. That was enough to make me mad. But to think that you married a practical celebrity like Harry? I couldn't forgive it. And that's why I stole him from you. Well, at the end of the day, the two of us were perfect for each other. So, all's well that ends well, I guess. Not to mention that he's filthy rich. This is a dream come true. Well, that's it, I guess. We're going to be turning in the marriage papers now. I'll tell you about it again once we get married. Bye now. See you later. Huh, so that's what happened. Hi, Natalie. We just turned in our marriage papers. Now I'm the celebrity wife of a rich man. Not only that, but I received a $20,000 diamond ring from Harry. What? A diamond ring? Yes, he told me he wanted to go to the park next to the city hall before turning in the marriage papers, and I was wondering what he was going to do, and we're getting married so fast and everything's super hectic, so this is my only opportunity to give you this, he said, while standing in a tree shade and swiftly pulled out a diamond ring from his pocket. He then put it on my left ring finger. Is that so? Well, I guess you must be happy. Sorry for stealing such a rich man from you. I know it was probably the best thing to happen to you in your life.
I'm just glad because you seem happy.
What? Ew! What's with that reaction? You're actually seething with anger and jealousy right now, aren't you? I know you still have feelings for Harry. Moving on then. I need to move my stuff to our room in the high-rise condominium since I'm going to be living with him from now on.
What? A high-rise condo?
Yes, you already left, right?
Well, I guess so. I don't want to continue living in that room considering the future.
Huh? I said me and Harry are going to be living there from now on. We're already on the first floor of the building, so bye! Natalie, answer my calls. What is the meaning of this?
What?
I can't get into the high-rise condo anymore.
You mean you can't get past the auto lock?
Yes! Harry says he doesn't know why either. Did you do something out of your jealousy for our happiness, Natalie?
Huh. No. That sounds like such a hassle.
Then what is the meaning of this?
I just canceled my residence contract at that condo.
What? Your residence contract? Huh?
Don't tell me, but does Harry still think the room was his or something?
What do you mean? It isn't his?
Yep, I'm the owner of the room at that high-rise condo. You see, Harry thought I had bought the room instead of renting it, and said during our divorce he's going to be receiving this house as part of my division of property. The lawyer I hired explained to him multiple times that I had paid in full for the room's rent. I thought that he had finally understood, but based on what you're telling me now, it seems that wasn't the case.
Seriously?
Me, the owner of the room, already decided to leave the condo, so obviously I was going to terminate the residence contract. I'm already done with the paperwork, as you can see.
No way!
Oh, that reminds me. I sent Harry's stuff to his parents' house by delivery. 10 cardboard boxes are probably going to arrive by tomorrow noon, so tell him to pick it up, okay? I paid for the delivery fee as sort of a final act of kindness, so I'd be glad if he was grateful.
Hey, hold on a second. You're just a regular office employee, right? Why are you paying for a room at a high-rise condo?
What? Didn't I tell you already? I inherited my aunt's company 2 years ago.
Huh? Wasn't your aunt the CEO of a company that rents nursing equipment? Does that mean you're now the CEO of that company?
Yes, it does mean that. That being the case, I wanted to try out living in a high-rise condo and enjoy its lifestyle. I was planning on living there for a few more years, but I decided to move out since the place was going to be ruined by memories of the divorce. It's a bit earlier than I had planned, but who cares? I thought to myself. I now moved to a 1 LDK room at a regular apartment.
Seriously? And to think that I would be able to live the high-rise condo life. Not to mention that you are actually now rich. That just makes me even more annoyed.
This is my life now. It won't change no matter how much you complain.
Well, fine. At least I have Harry, who's filthy rich on my side. All we have to do is find a room in another high-rise condo.
I think that might be impossible.
Why? He's rich, remember?
Well, no. He's actually unemployed.
What?
He quit his job half a month after we got married, you see. This is part of the reason why we only got married on paper, but never actually had a wedding ceremony. After that, I found out that he was cheating on me with you, and he was forced to pay me an alimony. He probably has no money left at this point, you know?
What? But he has enough money to live in a high-rise condo.
Are you actually dumb or something? I already said that I was the one paying the rent for that room. Besides, didn't you ever ask Harry what kind of job he did? Don't tell me you married him without even asking him what he did for a living.
But I don't care what he did as long as he made money. Wait, that reminds me. He just nonchalantly gave me a $20,000 diamond ring for our marriage. He probably has some sort of side business that he didn't tell you about, and this side business makes a lot of money.
Is that diamond ring this one?
What? Natalie, what's the meaning of this? Why do you have a picture of my ring? He was supposed to have bought it after you two got divorced.
That's my ring, you see?
What?
It's a cubic zirconia ring that I bought for myself.
Cubic zirconia?
It's a name of a stone that looks like a diamond, but is actually relatively cheap. The price of the ring was $20, by the way.
$20? What do you mean?
It's true that I do have a $20,000 diamond ring in my possession, given to me by my aunt, but it's scary to have something that expensive lying around the house, so I have it stored elsewhere.
Then this $20 ring is what?
I found it on an online shop, and it looked like the ring that my aunt gave me, so I bought it thinking that it would be a good decoy. I couldn't find it ever since I moved, so I thought I had lost it, but I didn't notice that Harry stole it.
What?
What he did is probably just theft, but it's not like I want it or anything, so I'll give it to you, Tracy.
What is this?
Huh?
The wedding ring! Harry thought it was a $20,000 diamond ring your aunt gave you, so he took it as part of his property division. He said, so I had it checked out before we got married at the jeweler to be certain, and it was actually a cubic zirconia ring, just like you said.
I told you, didn't I?
Oh my God, what are you going to do about this? I just married a poor, unemployed man.
Why don't you divorce him if you're not happy with the marriage?
You say it like it's so easy. Come to think of it, I don't even have a place to live. I already canceled the residence contract at my apartment since I was so ready to move to a high-rise condo.
Oh, that reminds me. Your parents' house no longer exists since your parents got divorced, right?
That's right.
My.
What do you mean, my? You're the one who started all this mess, Natalie.
How is this my fault?
How was I supposed to know that you, the wife, were the main source of income? No one would have guessed such a thing. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
You mean I was supposed to tell you after you stole Harry from me?
But poor friends!
Even if we were friends back in school, we hadn't been in contact for several years. I never had an opportunity to tell you all about me and Harry's situation, did I?
But
doesn't this mean that you were screwed the moment you decided to steal Harry from me?
But
it looks like all you can say is but, and it's none of my business what you do now that Harry and I are divorced, so figure this out between you and Harry, all right?
Natalie, wait!
Bye.
Natalie!
Tracy and Harry were saying that they had nowhere to live now that I moved out of the high-rise condo. But it seems they remembered that I had told Tracy that I sent Harry's stuff to his parents' house, so that's where they went the next day. Apparently, they were planning on making it seem like the divorce was my fault and getting the sympathy of Harry's parents and eventually convincing them of letting him and Tracy move in, but obviously I explained to them what had happened. After all, I was sending them a bunch of stuff. The two arrived at Harry's parents' house not knowing that they already knew what had happened and started spewing their lives, which made Harry's parents even more furious. Harry's father, absolutely enraged, arranged and put into motion an improvised plan. I handed over the two of them to my friend who's a fisher, so they won't be coming to land for a while, I think, he said. I imagine they were sent out on a deep-sea fishing boat, but I didn't think any further.
Hey Felicia, I was wondering if you had a quick second to talk about something really quick.
Oh, well, hey there, Tiffany. It isn't often that I hear from you. What's up? What did you want to talk about?
Well, I had a little favor that I wanted to ask of you.
Oh, really? Well, sure, if it's something that I can do for you.
I know that it might seem like a big to ask, but I know that you can do this for me if you try.
Well, what is it? I can't know until you tell me what it is.
Well, the thing is that I want to go back to work starting from today.
Oh, really? But I thought that you had just given birth like 2 months ago.
Yes, I did, but now my work is saying that they really need me back, and that there are things that can't move forward without me being there, so I really need to get back to work.
Oh, I understand. That sounds really tough on you, though. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's tough, yeah, the whole situation is kind of a mess. But anyways, that's why I've left my baby on your front step, so you can watch her for me while I work.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Anyways, thanks so much for taking care of the little one. Bye.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? Tiffany! I can't believe you really just dropped off your baby at my house.
I know, it's crazy, right? Anyways, thanks so much for taking her in. I'll let you know when I want her back.
We aren't going to be taking your baby in our house.
I know it's sudden, but I'm already on the subway headed to work and I'm going to be quite busy for a while.
Well, what about Theo? It's his kid too. And I'm sure he wouldn't be happy knowing that you handed off your baby to his sister with no experience in child rearing.
Oh, don't you worry about Theo. He's in a different country on a business trip.
I know that, but that makes it even worse that you would do something like this.
Look, this is only going to be a few months at the most, okay? I'm just really busy at work right now, but if I buckle down, there's a chance that I could get promoted. So please, just leave me alone until I reach you out again, okay?
I'm glad that you're so eager to get back to work, but I can't just raise your 2-month-old baby for that long.
Well, how do you even know that you can't if you haven't even given a try, huh?
Are you serious right now? You know that both my parents are dead and that I don't have a family who I can ask for help with this. Besides, I'm not even married and I've never had to take care of a baby before. I can't do this.
Ugh, you're really persistent, do you know that? Anyways, I already told you that I'm going back to work as of today and you're really not helping my mood.
Well, I also have work to do, you know.
What are you talking about? I thought that you were unemployed.
Why would you think that?
Look, I have to get to work. I don't have time for this. See you.
Tiffany! Come back here right now! Tiffany, are you there? Tiffany, it's been 3 whole days. I tried reaching you yesterday and the day before that, and you've been ignoring my calls. When are you going to come and pick up your kid? I already told you that I live alone and don't have anyone to help me with this.
You mean it's already been 3 days? Well, it seems that you're a natural at raising kids then.
That isn't what this means, Tiffany. You can't leave a baby on someone's doorstep and expect them just to take care of it.
Oh, please, it's only been a few days. Don't be such a drama queen.
Are you kidding me right now?
Anyways, you got this. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Tiffany, you're not going to just disappear again, are you?
Hey, Felicia. I see that you've been trying to get a hold of me recently. Sorry that I'm just getting back to you now. Work has been crazy and I've just been totally ignoring my phone to stay focused. I just caught a small break and thought to check my phone now, so I'm sorry to keep you waiting.
Theo! Thank goodness you're getting back to me.
What do you mean? Is everything okay?
Well, I know that you're out of the country on business, but I really needed to get a hold of you.
So something did happen. I was reading through some of your messages and they just seem way more panicked and desperate than the types of things that you usually send me.
Theo, I'm just curious. Have you heard anything from Tiffany at all? Because I'm still holding on to your kid.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I mean that I've called Tiffany and asked her to come and pick her up, but she won't answer the phone. I've even tried going to your place, but there was no one there. She's totally ignoring and maybe even hiding from me. But I've been watching your kid by myself for the past month.
Wait a second, you've had my daughter for the past month?
That's right. Although I was talking with a neighbor the other day, and they thought I should go to Child Protective Services. I really was thinking about doing something like that until you just got back to me now.
Hold on a second, I'm really confused here. I heard from Tiffany that she had a friend who ran a daycare and that she was dropping off our kid with them for the time being.
Did she really tell you that?
Yeah, she said she had some connection who could watch the baby and that a space opened up and she was able to get her in. I thought that that's what's been going on here. She said she was going to leave her at the daycare while she was at work and then pick her up at night.
I don't believe it.
I mean, I left Tiffany $2,000 because she said it would be enough to cover the daycare expenses. But now you're telling me that you have our baby?
That's right. And I've had her the past month. Tiffany just left her at my house, and I certainly haven't been paid for any of the babysitting that I'm doing.
What the heck is going on here?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, Theo.
Felicia, I'm really sorry to ask, but do you think you can hold on for just a couple more days?
What are you going to do?
Well, I have to go back home and deal with all of this, don't I?
But what about your work?
I'm sure my boss would understand that I can't just leave things as they are right now. Besides, you're one of my company's top illustrators, so if something is happening that's going to be impeding your work, I'm sure my company will want it taken care of.
I see. You're probably right about that. Okay then, I'll try and hold on for a little longer.
I am so sorry that all of this has happened, but please just hold on for a little while more.
It's okay, Theo. Just hurry back and be safe.
Hey Felicia, I just got a call from my mom saying that she had my daughter. Is that true? It's barely even a month and you're already giving up? You're an unemployed old maid. Why can't you do something for a working mother trying to get back in the office?
I am going to raise Rose from now on, Tiffany.
Excuse me, and just who do you think you are? You can't just claim my baby like that after a month.
It's not Felicia, it's Theo.
Wait, Theo?
That's right, and I know all about how for the past month, you've just abandoned our child with my sister so that she could take care of her. I'm going to text you from my phone now.
What's going on here, Theo? I thought you were going to be away for at least a couple of months.
That was the plan until I got messages from my sister explaining everything that had happened. I just got back home yesterday after talking to my work about all of this. So, do you have anything to say for yourself about what's happening?
I just don't get the big deal. Felicia doesn't even work. Why can't just babysit for a while?
What are you talking about? Of course Felicia works.
Wait, really? She does?
Yes, and she's a very important illustrator that my company hires, so we need her free to work.
But I had no idea.
Well, now it appears that your little stunt has gotten in the way of her working. When I told my boss what was happening, she personally signed off on sending me home straight away to deal with this. I seriously can't believe this has been happening for the past month.
I don't know what to say.
Well, after I got home yesterday, I called your mom, explained to her what was happening, and asked her to come and pick me up. Then we stopped by Felicia's to pick up our daughter and bring her to your parents' place.
So you were the one that told my mom what was going on?
That's right. And then I went back to our apartment and no one was there. Just where are you right now?
What do you mean? I've been staying at home this whole time.
Well, this whole place is covered in dust. I don't think that anyone has been living here since I left for my business trip.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
I mean that I want to know why, when I called your work to ask about you, did they say that you were still on maternity leave?
You've even called my work?
Of course I did, Tiffany. What happened to the $2,000 I gave you for the daycare?
Well, I don't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure I have a good idea.
What do you mean by that?
I bet that you spent it all to go on a little vacation with some guy that you're having an affair with.
An affair? Don't be ridiculous. Of course I'm not cheating on you.
Well, one of our neighbors told me that during the times when I've been away, the same strange man has been coming over. He even had pictures to show me of this guy.
You have to be kidding me.
Well, I have to say that I was just shocked to see that the man coming over was none other than my childhood friend Cameron.
No, you don't understand. This is all just a big misunderstanding.
Well, anyways, I called his family and explained to them about all of this, and now they're on their way to his place now.
What? Right now?
I imagine that they'll arrive any minute now.
Please, you don't understand. You're making a mistake.
Save your excuses for someone who cares, Tiffany. You abandoned our 2-month-old child with my sister who lives alone and has no experience taking care of a baby. And for what? So you can go and cheat on your husband? Well, I never want to see you again, but I am going to be taking Rose with me.
But what about your business trips and those kinds of things?
I thought I told you to can it. You are never going to see our daughter again.
I think I should get something out of the way here. Rose is most definitely my brother, Theo's baby. After this whole fiasco, he had a DNA test done to confirm it and was relieved to know that the baby was his. It almost made the fight for custody much easier. Both Tiffany and Cameron were sued for their affair, and Theo's job agreed to stop sending him on business trips for the time being. For now, he's waiting for a vacancy to actually appear at legitimate daycare. In the meantime, however, he's learning to be a single father and doing his best to watch over his daughter. I've been able to focus on my work again, thankfully, and things have mostly returned to normal. Although, now that my brother is taking care of Rose all by himself, I make sure to visit him often to see if he needs any help and give him any pointers that I picked up over my month taking care of her. I might not be the greatest mom, but I would like to be a really good aunt. As for Tiffany, she was required to pay child support on top of the lawsuit money. Rumors about her began to make their way around her office, and the shame caused her to make several mistakes at work, and I hear her next quarterly review is not going to go so well.
Hey, Deb, you have some real nerve. Do you know that? I mean, really, just what kind of game are you trying to play here? I want to know why you're hanging out with my fiancé so much. Just what are you getting at? Wait, what? What is all this about? Who even are you and how did you get my number? Wait a second, I recognize the name now. Isn't this Lindsay? We used to work together, right? I remember now, I used to be your supervisor. That's right. I'm glad you deem me worthy enough to remember. But what I want to know is just what do you think you're doing hanging around with my boyfriend all the time? Your boyfriend? I don't even know who that is. Oh, don't you play dumb with me. You're not fooling anyone at all, you know. Just come out and admit it. You've been stalking my boyfriend for a long time now, and I know it. You think that I'm stalking someone? I literally don't even know the person who I would be stalking. This is just ridiculous. What's ridiculous is the fact that you're almost 50 years old now, right? So what I want to know is why an old hag like you is hanging around with a young man in his 20s. Don't you see how wrong that is for you to do that? Look, Lindsay, I can promise you that I'm not stalking anyone at all, okay? You're lying to me and I know it. I've seen you do it myself so many times. I know that you're stalking my boyfriend, and it is seriously starting to piss me off, so just quit it. I still literally don't even know who you're talking about right now. I talk to and hang out with a lot of different people, so it's possible that your boyfriend is one of those people, but you still haven't even told me who that is. Tall guy, always wears a suit, broad shoulders. Does that ring enough bells for you? I work in an office where everyone wears suits, so no, if that's all you have to describe this person, then I still have no clue. Why don't you just tell me this person's name so we can stop playing this text version of Guess Who? You really think that I'm going to use my boyfriend's name in a conversation with his stalker? I wouldn't dream of it. Well, that's your choice, I suppose. But I just really think that this is the least effective way to go about doing this. I don't remember asking your opinion on that. Just make sure that you keep away from my boyfriend. Do you understand me? I literally don't understand you because, first of all, I'm not stalking anyone, and second of all, I'm married. I literally have a husband and a son. I don't believe this. You're even worse than I thought. You mean to tell me that you have a loving family at home and you choose to go after my poor boyfriend? Although, I bet if I had to guess, my boyfriend would probably have to be around the same age as your son. Which makes all of this even worse. You're disgusting trying to go after someone your son's age. You're an old, washed-up cow, and you need to learn to stick to your own age bracket. Got it? I don't know how many times I'm going to have to tell you that there is no stalking going on before you believe me. Shut up! I am sick and tired of having this conversation. Just make sure that you never, ever go near my boyfriend ever again. Oh, David, I'm home.
Welcome back, Mom. I really missed you. I can't believe your work sent you on an overseas business trip for 6 whole months.
Thank you, son. It really is nice to be back. I can't believe that I was gone for so long either. You know, I was actually supposed to arrive yesterday, but the weather was just awful. And then there were technical problems with my plane, and it was just a disaster.
Well, I'm just glad that you're back today. After all, I'm getting married tomorrow, and I was worried that you weren't gonna make it when you told me you were pushing your arrival back.
I really am sorry for worrying you. I was pretty worried about missing it myself. More than that, though, I feel so bad that I haven't been able to meet your fiancé once. I know that you both started dating a while before I left, but we were always so busy, and then I left for my trip.
Well, don't worry. You two will have plenty of time to get to know each other from here on out, and you'll finally get to meet her at the wedding. I've told her all about you, so I think you should just rest up and get ready for tomorrow.
That's very sweet of you, David. And yes, I really should go get some rest and prepare for tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow for the big day.
Have a nice night, Mom.
You too, sweetie. I'm so proud of you. Okay, now you've really gone too far, Deb. Just what the heck do you think you're doing at my wedding right now, huh? I thought I told you to stay away from my boyfriend, so why are you here on my big day? Please don't tell me that the boyfriend you were telling me to stay away from back then is the same man that you're marrying now. Of course it is. David's my fiancé, and by the end of the day, he'll be my husband. But before that can happen, I needed to make sure that you left so you didn't ruin the whole thing. I know that you were up to something. And is that really your excuse for what you did to me? The moment you saw my face, you grabbed me by the collar and dragged me out of the venue and threw me on the lawn. Then, when I tried to get back in, you told the staff to make sure that I didn't step a foot inside. Just what are you trying to pull with that, huh? What do you mean, what am I planning? My plan is to keep an old cradle robber like you out of my wedding so that I can marry my fiancé in peace. Be that as it may, I'm only here to watch my son get married. Well, you must have gotten the wrong place, because the only wedding happening here today is ours. That's exactly what I mean. This is the wedding that I'm trying to attend. Do you understand what I'm saying? I have no idea what you're saying. Maybe you're already getting Alzheimer's, you old hag. Let me spell this out for you then. David is my son. I am David's mother. Get it now? Wait, what do you mean by that? Okay, let's make this even simpler. My last name is Fairbanks, right? David's last name is Fairbanks. Are you starting to put it together now? I don't know if you just never picked up on that or just didn't bother to even ask to see a picture of your own fiancé's mother. And I'm also sorry that as his mother, I didn't make more of an effort to meet you. You're not making any sense at all right now, Deb. I mean, just how can David be your son? I guess the ages would make sense for you to be his mom, but
Just because you have the same last name doesn't mean you two are related. Besides, I remember that in the office you used to go by Baker.
Right. Well, that was my maiden name.
Your maiden name? Are you kidding me?
I guess I'll explain all this to you too. When I first started working for the company where you later joined, I was unmarried, and all the paperwork there had me under my maiden name. Apparently, it would have been a lot of paperwork and a big hassle to edit everything in the system, so I just told my boss to not worry about it and keep using my maiden name for simplicity's sake. I think that if you ask around where you work for other women who started single and got married on the job, you'll see that this isn't uncommon.
No, that can't be right. You're just making up excuses and trying to confuse me, aren't you? You really think that I'm going to be fooled by some perverted grandma like you so easily?
Sounds to me like you just don't want to admit that I'm really David's mother.
Of course I don't want to admit that because it's simply not true. David told me that his mom manages her own company that deals with overseas trade. Basically, she's the total opposite of the sad, pathetic stalker that you are. She's actually done something with her life and owns her own company. She even went on a business trip for 6 months in another country. I doubt you've ever done anything like that in your life. And today is going to be the first day that I meet her.
Well, you were mostly correct about everything that you just said.
You mean like the part about you being a pathetic stalker? I'm well aware.
Anyways, why don't you go ahead and tell David that his mother has gone home?
Wait, what do you mean?
Just tell him that you and I had a chance to meet and that I went home afterwards.
I can't believe you're still trying to peddle this lie to me.
Hey, Mom, where are you? I've been waiting around since early this morning to see you. I really want you to come and meet Lindsay before everything starts.
Oh, we actually just met, dear. Didn't you hear from Lindsay?
What do you mean, so you're here already?
Well, about 20 minutes ago, I introduced myself, and she started screaming about how I was stalking you. Then she threw me out of the venue and prevented me from going back in. Just mention her old boss, Miss Baker. I'm sure she'll get the message.
Lindsay said that you were stalking me. I don't get it.
She did, and now I'm on my way to the emergency room.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, when she threw me out of your wedding, I tripped down some stairs and fell on my knee. It's starting to swell up a bit, so I think I need to get it checked out.
But I don't get it. Besides, didn't you come with Dad? Where is he?
Your dad was busy parking the car, and then apparently he forgot something and had to go back to the parking lot. It was all while he was away that this happened. But he's with me now and taking me to the hospital. Anyways, if you wouldn't mind telling Lindsay that I'm actually your mother, I think it would save us all a lot of time.
Right, got it.
This can't be happening. I don't believe it. You really were his mother this whole time. Why didn't you tell me before I did what I did?
But I did tell you. I explained to you in great detail, actually.
But you should have done more to make me understand.
Well, I wanted to tell you in person, but before I could get a word out, you threw me down the steps. After that, I had no choice but to type it all out for you. Except you decided to ignore all of that and continue to treat me like a stalker.
But that's only because I really did think you were lying. I mean, I thought that you were just some jealous old lady who quit because she knew she couldn't compete with me. But I had no idea that you left to start your own business and travel all over the world.
Well, you basically took the words from my mouth. I only left that old job to start my own business. Me quitting didn't have anything to do with you, though.
It didn't at all?
Although I do remember you quite clearly from those days, and it doesn't seem like you've changed one bit.
But please come back to the wedding. It's okay now that I know you're really David's mom. I believe you now.
I'm afraid I couldn't do that if I wanted to. I'm at the hospital right now because of what you did to my knee.
So, you won't come back? David, please, you have to reconsider. I really am so sorry. I didn't do it to be mean. I just made a little mistake.
I just want to ask one thing, Lindsay. When you saw me walk up to you with my mom, Did you really think that I was just having a casual chat with a woman who was stalking me? It's not like I haven't shown you any picture of my mom. Did you really just not realize that her and my so-called stalker were the same person?
I just don't remember, that's all.
You've got to be kidding me.
I really didn't know they were the same person.
Even if you didn't, you had to before you even bothered checking who my mom really was. You didn't even try to use your words or act like a responsible adult. And that's why I knew that I just couldn't marry you.
Please, we can still make this work.
Maybe you can, but I can't. I never want to hear from you again.
When I got to the hospital on the day of what was supposed to be my son's wedding, I was grateful that my doctor said my knee wasn't seriously injured. Apparently, Lindsay somehow heard that the injuries were quite light and tried to use that to get David to take her back. She told him that I was going to make a full recovery and that in the end there was no permanent damage, so there was no point in canceling the marriage. In response, David told her that he was going to send her my hospital bills, as well as the cancellation fees for all their wedding plans. When she heard just how much that was going to be in total, she knew she couldn't pay it and begged even harder to put this all behind them. Of course, my son just ignored her, but Lindsay didn't give up and continued to follow David around, begging him to take her back. Finally, David felt like he had no choice but to go to the court and ask for a restraining order from his crazy stalker.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Robert, your little brother Winston just got accepted into med school.
Oh, hey, Mom. Yeah, I just heard. Winston told me. I congratulated him.
Me, Winston, and your father are going out to a luxury sushi restaurant to celebrate the good news tonight. Obviously, you won't be joining us. All the reviews online said that this is the most luxurious restaurant in town, so it's clearly not appropriate for someone like you. You will, however, be footing the bill, so I expect you to make your way down to 5th Street the moment I message you to let you know we're done eating.
When you say the most luxurious restaurant in town, do you mean Sushi-licious Shenanigans, by any chance? You know, the place famous for being 3 times as expensive as most other luxury restaurants?
Of course. Unlike you, his moronic high school dropout big brother, Winston is intelligent and hard-working. He's by far mine and your father's favorite child, and we intend to reward him for his efforts.
You intend to reward him? On my dime? You've got some nerve. I thought you promised to stop doing this once I agreed to cover your debt repayments.
I don't see what that has to do with anything. But if you must insist on dragging it up, I think you should be grateful me and your father are granting you the privilege of repaying our debts. Think about it. Now you have a reason to drag your worthless backside out of bed in the morning and go to work. I won't be hearing another word of complaint out of you, boy. Do you hear me? If you know what's good for you, you'll keep your mouth shut and carry on working like a dog to support your beloved family.
I see. Hey, Big Pro, is now a good time? Winston? Why are you messaging me when we're in the same house, you big doofus? I don't want Mom and Dad to hear what I'm about to say. Really? Sounds dramatic. Alright, well, fine by me, I guess. Listen, Robert, I'm thinking of giving up on becoming a doctor. Whoa, where in the holy frickin' Jesus balls did that come from? Did I eat magic mushrooms without anyone telling me or something? Why would you do that when you only have a year left before you graduate med school? You're almost done paying off Mom and Dad's debt, right? Yeah, actually I am. I should be done with the last repayment right around the time you graduate. But why? What does that have to do with anything? It's Mom and Dad. They told me what their plans are after I graduate and become a doctor. They said they both plan on quitting their jobs and having me provide for them for the rest of their lives. What the heck? And that's only what was actually said to me directly. When I left the room, I overheard them planning a bunch of expensive vacations and to buy tons of crazy expensive branded goods and accessories. House extensions, exotic labradoodles, vintage whiskeys, gold-plated toilet seat, a Ferrari. You name it, Robert. They're planning on buying it all with my money. I have no idea why they think they have an infallible right to my salary, but there you go. Jesus, bro, what am I even reading? They don't seem to have any idea that it'll still be an intern for at least a few years now that I've left med school, which means I'll be on $40K a year at best. This probably goes without saying, but I'll be making way less than you do, right? Yeah, I guess so. Mom and Dad love to harp on about how being a high school dropout makes me a failure, but it was thanks to that I was able to start working so early. I've been at my company for 15 years now. I'm in an executive position and get an extra allowance for all the qualifications I've acquired over the years. Plus, I have the extra money I make from the side hustle I started 7 years ago. Right? That's what I thought. Exactly. That's why I'm so astonished they managed to convince themselves I'm going to be rolling in cash the second I get out of med school. Robert, listen. I want to move out of this house. Wow, are you serious? Are you really surprised? You want to leave yourself, right? They've put you through your fair share of crap too, haven't they? Not least among it, forcing you to drop out of high school so you could pay off their gambling debts, and then having the nerve to give you crap for being a high school dropout? Yeah, I guess you're right. The only reason I accepted to take over the repayments is because Uncle Joe was the one who lent him the money, which means I never had any legal obligation to pay. That's not all. You cover my med school fees too, and I know that can't have come cheap. It's only thanks to you I was able to get in without going into debt myself. You're the one I want to repay my debt of gratitude to, Robert, not Mom and Dad. To be honest with you, they make me sick. Being unemployed despite being fully capable of working would be bad enough on its own. But now they're demanding I provide for them for the rest of their lives? What am I, freaking walking ATM? I can't get out of this house a moment too soon. Winston, come with me, bro. What do you say? I know this might sound weird coming from me after I relied on your money so much, but you have a right to be free of our deranged parents too. To tell you the truth, I've been thinking about it for a while. Here's how the plan looks right now. I'm thinking of quitting my job at the insurance company and going freelance once I get done with Mom and Dad's debt repayments. To put it simply, I'm thinking of making my side hustle my main job and focusing solely on that. I see. I guess me graduating med school ties into that too, since you won't be covering my tuition fees anymore. Your outgoings are going to drop down in one full swoop, so you'll be able to make things work with just one job. I like it. Yep, you pretty much nailed it. When I'm a freelancer, I'll be able to go anywhere I like since I'll be working 100% remotely. Anywhere? Basically, what that means is that no matter which hospital you end up working in, no matter which state you end up moving to, it'll always be possible for me to be close by. Oh yeah, you're right. Obviously, from my perspective, I'd appreciate it if you chose somewhere with decent internet. Gotcha, bro. We only have about a year left before this becomes a reality. Yeah, let's make the necessary preparations. Got it.
Excuse me, Robert. You have 1 week to get your things together and get out of this house.
What the hell? Where did that come from?
Your little brother's a rich doctor now, so we don't need your pathetic high school dropout salary anymore.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Do I have to spell it out, Dumbo? It means Winston will be looking after me and your dad from here on out, so you're no longer necessary. Get out of our lives and never come back.
Winston's gonna provide for you both as a medical intern? How the hell do you expect him to do that? That's not fair on my brother. He's about to enter the workforce, and with that, one of the toughest periods of his life will begin. You expect him to take care of you guys at home as well as the mountain of work responsibilities he's inevitably gonna end up with?
And what do you know about anything, you pitiful high school dropout? It might seem impossible to you because you earn breadcrumbs, but unlike you, Winston's actually going to have a respectable income. He's a doctor, you moron! I quit my job because with Winston's salary, I can get by without working.
Whoa. Say what now? You quit your job? No way. Did Dad quit too?
Of course he did. We recently got word that you got done paying off the last of our debts, so what with that and Winston finally becoming a doctor, we saw no need to continue. No matter how you look at it, there's zero need for either of us to work again for the rest of our lives. I take it your sulky tone means you understand, then? Fantastic. Now hurry up and start packing your things. Oh, one more thing. Me, Winston, and your father will all be going to the most luxurious sushi restaurant in town to celebrate him finally becoming a doctor. Make sure you come down to the restaurant to pay for our meals as soon as I message you, just like always, okay? Do I make myself clear?
Are you for real? You just kicked me out of the house and ordered me to get out of your lives forever. Why would I pay for your sushi? Are you insane?
Think of this as your final act of filial piety towards your parents who so very kindly raised you. It'll never make up for the monumental failure you became, but it's better than nothing. Make sure you have the money ready by tonight.
Do you mind if I say one last thing?
What is it?
Bye-bye. I'm taking Winston with me.
Huh?
Winston, you all ready? Yep, I'm already at the station like we agreed. Did Mom say anything to you about going out for sushi tonight? Sure, but I told her I can't go today because I have food poisoning. Wow, are they for real? They went to your congratulatory meal at the most expensive restaurant in town without you? No kidding. I'm not gonna complain though. The rotten personalities are giving us the perfect chance to make our escape. I never thought I'd say it, but just this one time, I'm grateful they're dicks. You're right. I'm so hyped, bro. I can't believe I finally get to escape their forced sushi nights. About that, my buddy from the old company knows the chef at that restaurant. Apparently, he said that he feels bad for you every time you go because they order the most expensive stuff on the menu for themselves, while you just sit there eating french fries all night. Were you holding back because you knew I was always the one paying? There's that, but there's also the fact I'm just not good with raw fish. I thought you knew. What can I say? I guess I really like their french fries. Oh, I see. Anyway, I'm about to head out on the next train. Sure thing. I'll follow you in like an hour, okay? Got it. See you at the next station. Roger that.
Robert! Are you there? Robert! What on earth did you just say to the chef at the sushi restaurant? He just told me you refused to pay because I said I never wanted to see you again.
Yes, that's exactly what I said. Did you need some kind of explanation? I'm not sure which part is hard to understand. You pretty much just disowned me, so I'll be leaving the house now and moving a long, long way away. Accordingly, paying for your luxury sushi is going to be a little difficult this time around. Anyway, didn't I just tell you to pay for your own damn meals? How are you surprised by any of this?
No, I can't. I just can't. Do you have any idea how much the bill came to? $1,600. Your father and I don't have that kind of money.
Yep, $1,600 sounds about normal. That's more or less what I was paying every time.
Huh?
Isn't it strange? Your worthless, good-for-nothing high school dropout son was able to pay every time without issue. But you and Dad are struggling?
Oh my God. Were you really paying this much every time? I had no idea it was so expensive.
Yep. Look on the bright side. At least Winston not being with you today should bring the total down a little. This is actually on the lower end of what I paid.
This is the lower end? Robert, how on earth do you have that much money?
Answer me this. How long do you think it's been since I started working?
What?
I've been working nonstop ever since I dropped out of high school. I've had promotions, gained qualifications, undergone transfers, and had lots of other extra allowances added to my salary along the way. When Winston started med school, I started working a side job to help cover his tuition fees. You didn't think I was still making the same money as I was at the convenience store. You didn't think I was still making the same money as I was at the convenience store I worked at when I dropped out of high school, did you?
Huh?
Now, Winston's done with med school, I'm also done paying off yours and Dad's debt, which, by the way, I had no obligation to pay off whatsoever, but did anyway out of the kindness of my heart. I don't need to make anywhere near as much money as I used to now, which is why I decided to quit my job and focus solely on what used to be my side job as a freelancer.
What's your side job?
Not telling you. I don't need you showing up on my doorstep begging, thanks.
Well, what about the bill for this sushi?
Like I said, pay for it yourself.
But we don't have the money.
Bye. Yo, Robert, I'm on the train right now, but I keep getting those damn messages from Mom complaining about how you won't pay the sushi bill. My God, is she seriously still harping on about that? I just left her on red. Nice. There's no need to dignify her with a response. Still, I gotta admit, I feel kind of bad for the sushi joint. I think I'm gonna ring my buddy and tell him to pass on an apology later on. Now, don't sweat it. Apparently, Uncle Joe plans on paying this time around. I wonder if he actually will. Don't forget, he was the one who lent Mom and Dad all that money back then. I wouldn't be surprised if he never wanted to give him another cent after how long it took him to get his money back. I came clean with everything this morning and finally told him it was me paying him back all along. To be honest, I'd be amazed if he dug them out of another hole after finding out they'd been lying to him for years. Jeez, bro. You sure know how to time things. Nice. Pure coincidence, I swear. Sure, we can go with that if you like. Seriously though, I wonder how they're going to support themselves without either of us around now. Neither of them have jobs. Mom was 19 when they got shotgun married after falling pregnant with you, right? They've got a way to go until they get their pensions. They have no choice. They're going to have to find new jobs. No kidding. Anyway, my train will be arriving soon. Alright. I'm sat on the bench at the platform. Let's head out of the station together. Yeah. How cool is this? Two brothers about to embark on their new lives in the big wide world together? I feel like an anime character. Cut it out, you weeb. You're in the real world now. You're right, though. I'm sure we're going to face tons of challenges from here on out, but there's nothing we can't overcome together. Heck yeah. When I asked Uncle Joe about what became of the sushi incident later on, he explained that by some miracle, it turned out that my dad had just enough money left in his savings account to cover it, so they were allowed to leave the restaurant without cops being called. My old work buddy heard from the chef that the two of them are now officially banned from entering the restaurant for the rest of their lives. Apparently, he almost seemed overwhelmed with joy at the fact he'd never have to tolerate them again. As for what happened to our parents after that, they totally forgot I was the one who'd been paying the rent and utilities, which meant that before long, their electricity, gas, and water ended up being totally shut off. Apparently, the landlord's currently in the process of filling out the paperwork to have them forcibly removed. That's not all either. Being totally out of cash and being too lazy to work, they went into debt again. And this time not with soft touch Uncle Joe, but with an underground loan shark who goes by the name of the Finger Snapper. Nobody heard from them after they got disowned by the entire family. Naturally, I have no intention of looking for them either.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.